We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
Oh, wow! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to Side Scrollers. Craig is still dead, but not really dead. He's just on vacation, and I'm in charge. And I'm really sorry, but we have not demonetized anything except for one live stream that I did fix. So I'm sorry again in advance. But the good news is, Kay's back.
Hi. Hey, Blabs, have you ever eaten like almost 200 spicy nuts in one sitting?
No.
Don't ever do it. I did it on Friday because it's a long story, but I did it on Friday.
Were you spending a day in the bathroom?
I'm just gonna say this weekend was brutal, bro. That's all I'm saying.
So
Don't do it.
You had a good weekend. You lied to me.
That's what you said. Have a food weekend, and I was like, that is so accurate. You have no idea.
Yeah, my phone autocorrected. I was like, "Hi, Kay. Hope you had a good weekend." And my phone was like, "How about food?" So yeah, okay. Well,
we did $1 a nut on our channel on Friday.
Maybe don't say that on live stream.
And
That's
it was
crazy.
Regret.
Anyway, $1 nut. Hey, Flash, how you doing?
But if Craig's not dead, whose funeral did I attend that weekend?
I don't know. That's a really good question. What is put shippers in prison? Is that for Raylos?
That's for all of them.
Oh, everybody. Who
Yeah,
are we hating on now?
I just don't like shippers. Put them all in jail. It's where they belong.
All of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny, but somebody followed me over the weekend, and I looked into this person, and this person is like a fan fiction writer for Harry Potter, and she ships Hermione and Snape, and I'm like, why would you follow me? I hate you.
Wait, Snape's he's still like a 40-year-old man.
Yeah, Snape
man.
is like 30s, basically, late 30s when he dies, and Hermione
what did I say? They all belong in
child.
prison. See?
Yeah.
Look at that. See?
I'm like, why are you following
validated.
me? I hate your people. You guys make us look like shit.
Already validated. Look at that.
Validated. Anyway, like I said, Craig is on vacation, guys. I'm sorry you are stuck with me for the next 2 streams. Craig will be back on Friday. Reminder, no stream on Thursday because it's Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, okay? So we're not going to be live. No show on Thursday.
So excited about all of the Black Friday videos that we're going to get for the weekend.
Oh, why?
We're going to get all those videos of people trying to kill themselves for $20.
Oh, those. I was like, I
to
thought you
save
meant
$20 on a TV.
Yeah, no,
It's time for my fellow man to die so I can save $20 on a fucking TV.
For a Nintendo. Yeah, anyway, so yes, and also another reminder, guys, no direct donations. I have no access for that. If you would like to donate, please do so, but they will all be read on Friday when Craig returns because Craig didn't give me access to it, so I still don't have access. So that's cool. Shout out, Craig. I know. Listen, I sent him an email. I told him in person. I told him in text, and I was like, I need access to direct donos. And then the day before he leaves, he's like, let's sort you out. We go, and I just can't seem to get access to his shit without, it just wasn't working. And I was like, so now what? He's like, oh, just tell them to read it on Friday. It's fine. And I was like, so here I am telling you all that I can't read your direct donos until Friday, and I'm sorry, but it's all Craig's fault. Okay, we got that out of the way. Thank you. Anyway, you can find us on youtube.com, Local, Spotify, Kick, Apple Podcasts, and Rumble. And I don't think I'm missing anything else. We're usually live on Twitter, but it's broken and I don't know how to fix it. So it's also Craig's fault for that one too. Okay. Hi there. How's everyone doing?
It's great. It's Monday. Let's go.
It's Monday, everybody. Okay. So we actually have a bit of a weird gaming history today. And I'd like to apologize in advance because it's not the greatest in the world, especially after last week's with all the console birthdays. So today is November 25th, and we have Fatal Fury releasing back in Japan in 1991. We have Donkey Kong Country Blockbuster World Video Game Championship 2, which is a mouthful.
What?
Releasing in 1994. Flash's like, what the hell is this? And I don't know. And then we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare Collection releasing in 2010. I feel like Kay knows the middle game. Do you know that one, Kay?
I was trying to figure out what that was. I thought maybe it was like a VHS or something because they used to do all those like N64 VHSs and stuff. I couldn't figure it out.
I remember getting one in the mail. I got the Star Fox one in the mail, and it was like they kidnapped some dude. PlayStation kidnapped like a Nintendo guy to get him to spill the beans on Donkey Kong Country. Or no, it was for Star Fox, I think. It's for Star Fox. I can't remember. But
We were
I got
eating
two
good
of those
back
in the
then.
mail. I got a Donkey Kong Country VHS in the mail once and a Star Fox one.
Well, the more you know. Now I have to pretend to be like Craig. Some other games you missed, Blabs, which I didn't actually miss because I only have 3 options, but he's always like, you missed them. I didn't miss
You
them.
missed one. You missed one. Let's see if you read it.
All right. So we did Fatal Fury, Blood and Magic, Daytona USA Championship Circuit Edition, Killer Instinct 2.
Oh, is that the Sega Saturn one?
It is on a Saturn, yes.
That's the upgraded version. Because the first one they put out was a piece of shit. It was like broken mess. And then they re-released it and it was fixed. But it still wasn't perfect. It was a mess.
Oh, that was released the year I was born, 1996. Anyway, Killer Instinct 2, Twinkle Star Spirits, with an E in it, Enemy Zero. Is this the game, K? Bust the Groove on 1998 PlayStation?
No!
I was like, is that what you wanted me to say? Bust the Groove?
No, it was Killer Instinct 2, but there is one other one on there that I have physical. I only have one of the games physical today.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll keep going. The Last Blade 2, released in Japan. Growlancer Maken X on the Dreamcast. Rhapsody 2, Ballad of the Little Princess. Is that it? No? Okay. Rygar, The Legendary Adventure. Dogs on the Game Boy Advance. Gundam Seed Destiny. I guess not for K. Club Penguin, Elite Penguin Force on the DS. I didn't even know there was a Club Penguin for the Nintendo DS, and I'm kind of sad I didn't.
This week
I
is
wonder
so
if all the
painful. in
pedophiles
gaming.
bought that game too.
Oh, that's right. All the weirdos were playing that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tokimeki Memorial 2, Danganronpa, The Trigger Happy Havoc, Mario Sports
seems cool.
Mix.
Yes.
Is that it? All right.
There you go, Mario
On the
Sports
Wii.
Mix.
I
Let's
never
go.
played that one. Was it good?
I played very, very little back in the day of it, but it was good from what I remember. But James said it was really good, so I believe him.
Okay. We also have Super Robot Tyson L, Trinity Souls of Zil-O, 20XX, I don't know what that is, Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions, Persona Q Shadows of the Labyrinth, and lastly, Tales from the Borderlands, a Telltale game series. Telltale? There you go, Telltale. But yeah, there it is, guys. So there's your gaming history. It's very, very weak in comparison to last week. So if you're not happy with it, that's too bad. That's all right.
Blame
Okay.
the industry.
Yeah, blame the industry. But like also, what do you expect? It's like right before Thanksgiving, and I feel like this week is going to be pretty lame for gaming history because I feel like everything was released the week before or like for
That's true.
Christmas. So yeah. Anyway, let's get to some super dupers, and thank you everybody for your support. And a reminder, I can't redirect donos. Six String says Lady Desert will be live on all platforms around 1, so please be sure to drop by if you have the time and enjoy music. Thank you very much. Unlimited Goon Works featuring LTM. Where would you be without me, Prime? I don't want to answer that one here. All right, Gronk and Boom Productions says Rumble dropping the boom by Sign and Doc. Oh my god, it's just Malls.
We're Costco guys.
Yeah, right. Matthew says, if Sony releases a PlayStation 5 handheld, will it have games? Probably not. But we'll get into that because the whole conversation is kind of funny. JK says, no need to throw us a youth flex about being more than 1996, Blabs. Listen, I feel super old, so it's not even youth or a flex anymore. The Worthy One says, I really try not to be petty, but I was laughing my ass off at Rachel Maddow from the MSNBC crying live because of the possibility of Elon buying MSNBC. Wait, people are crying over that? And that's
Honestly, that's kind of funny. I completely agree with that whole super chat. I don't like to revel in that, but that's fucking funny.
Yeah, it is funny. Oh no! Hello. And Jake says, hail to all you awesome people. Hello to you. And thank you very much, everybody. All right. We should probably just get into it because there's a lot to talk about today. A lot of news has happened in case you guys haven't been around over the weekend. But let's just jump into it. It's Craig's favorite section. It's everybody's favorite section. It's time for hard news. All right, so Flash, what is one of your favorite Disney video games?
Disney video game? Ooh. Because there's a lot of I have to go with DuckTales.
Oh, well,
You were looking for Aladdin, though.
I was, because funny enough, that's actually on tomorrow's Game in History. Spoiler alert. Oh, look at that. Look what you got there. She's ready for tomorrow.
No, that's a great
Nice.
that's up there. That's probably my second favorite. But DuckTales,
So good.
That's the Mega Man creators game. It's awesome. It's the shit.
All right, well, so Aladdin was the answer I was hoping to go for because Aladdin has premiered on this day 32 years ago. So there's your little, oh my God, we're
so
all
old.
Time is fleeting, time to go.
Oh my God.
I feel like that Transformers music playing in the background where everyone leaves. Yeah, like that's me right now. But just so you know, there's that.
Is this true? Did you miss Sonic 2's release last week? Is that true?
No, I thought I did it.
It wasn't when I was on the show. Let me tell you that much. That's like my favorite game of all time.
You know, I don't know. I don't actually know if I get it or not.
Now
Oh,
To be honest, I
no.
can't remember the days of the week and everything burns together. So if I missed it, that's all right. Gravy wants to know which Aladdin. No, the movie.
SNES.
Yeah, so the
No,
movie.
sorry, Genesis.
Genesis. I mean, Genesis. That's the copy I played my whole life. I love
Because you
it.
actually get to use a sword in that game.
Yes.
Yeah, so today's the movie release, and tomorrow is the release of the game. Spoilers for everybody. All right, now I saw this from Kay, and I don't know why Kay's really excited about this, but we have to talk about it because we always talk about these really weird crossovers with foods and things. So did you guys know that Heinz is partnering with Kirby?
Oh, that's
It's
cute.
cute. See?
Isn't it adorable? And
Yeah.
here are all the options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I love all the little crossovers
Those
with
are
Kirby.
adorable, actually.
Kirby is the most adorable little guy ever. And like every time I see little things that are crossover with him, I'll buy them, or like just any like little blind boxes and stuff. The last thing I got was like a Kirby that you squeeze and he smells like strawberry. It's so
Huh.
cool.
So you heard him. All right. You squeezed him.
I
But
did
it's
hurt him.
actually
I'm
pretty
sorry,
cute.
Kirby.
And I've never seen a Heinz in a squeeze bottle before either.
I
This
haven't
is totally a
either.
Japan only thing. I
gotta
don't
be.
imagine this coming here.
It's the
I
best
really
in the
like
glass
this
bottle.
one. Number 9. It just looks so different, like a darker packaging and everything. Interesting. I wish I could read Japanese, but I can't, so I'm sorry. But there it is.
Nothing beats glass bottle ketchup, though.
That's also true.
That's very true.
Gotta have it in the glass.
Yeah,
It's everything. Beer, everything. It's better in the glass.
yes, especially like Coca-Cola with the original sugar and everything, not the crap that's drunk today. Oh yeah.
What about the Coke with cocaine in it, though?
I've
You're
never
supposed to just
had.
snort that, or how does that work?
Well, they used to because it had cane sugar.
I'm gonna be real. I've never done cocaine in my life, so I can't answer that one.
Neither
I'm
can
clean.
I.
I'm clean, bro. Has Flash ever done cocaine?
What?
That wasn't to know.
I think we just added Flash here. He's in love with the cocoa.
Uh-oh.
You
People are gonna
got
run
it
away
on
with
the
that one.
low. Was it like a college thing?
I have no comments on these kinds of things.
Oh, spicy. Anyway, we'll move on before Flash gets mad at me. Okay. Crazy T says, Happy Monday, guys. Let the chaos begin. Yes. Matthew says, Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you all had a great weekend like our Canadian Prime Minister did at the Taylor Swift concert while Montreal burned down. Yes, this is insane. Rip
Cringiest
Canada.
videos ever. Oh my god.
It's freaking dancing to Taylor
So
Swift.
cringe, man.
He's gay. Dan says, hope anybody is paint themselves in pig's blood for Black Friday. Shopping craziness, ready for seeing our humanity for gaining video game consoles for our 4K TV. What the fuck did I just read, Dan?
So is it still crazy for shopping for Black Friday? Because here, like now we do it a
Yeah,
week
there's-
early and stuff.
There's still stuff that's only in stores. I mean, people still go. I usually go out on Black Friday just to see what it's like, and it's always packed as shit.
Interesting.
I
Okay,
don't go Black Friday shopping.
We
Like
switch
last
out
year,
the
there were
deals now,
still-
so
There were still videos last year of people being insane, like trying to break. Like one was them pulling down those steel gates.
oh my god.
Yeah, I think I remember
they
that.
literally just pulled it down and ripped it off.
Bro, just shop online.
Exactly.
The rest of us.
And like they last forever, and then there's Cyber Monday deals too. So it's like, well, what's the point of going out? Like,
Yeah,
Stop being such consumers.
exactly.
You're
yeah.
saving, like, what is? I've never really seen a Black Friday deal that blows me away, but especially with the video games, you get most of them on Amazon, and the digital stores are usually pretty good, like their little Sony and Xbox and Steam sales. So
Yeah.
I just have never felt the need. I used to like to go out because they would have, if you remember, like Best Buy and Walmart, Target, they would have like cheap Blu-rays. Like you go and get some Blu-rays for like $5.
I think the best Black Friday deal was actually my mom when I was a kid. She bought my sister and I those like talking Furbies from like Sears, and it was a great deal. And like they were like almost sold out. And she's like, "Oh, the last 2 of them," so that was cool. Furbies
Those
are cool, bro.
terrifying.
I love
Cool.
Furbies. I
They're
freaking love the
scary.
Furbies from the 1990s. You know how like McDonald's used to sell them? So I
Yes.
never ate at McDonald's, but I still had all the little McDonald's, like little Furby ones, and they're so cute. Oh my god, I love them.
I find them
As far as, like,
traumatic.
TV deals, the Best Buy TV, like not Best Buy, but Black Friday TVs are specifically usually made for Black Friday. And they're cheap. The components are cheap. They're shit TVs. You're not really saving anything. You're better off just spending the money on a better TV instead of
Furbies
trying
are
to
weird.
break your hands.
Chat doesn't like Furbies. I also really like
They're
the
just
Rust dolls from the
nightmare.
1980s and 1990s, like
I
the
don't
little
remember
trolls.
Furbies. What do those
The
look like?
Rust doll? What is that?
Like the Rust trolls, like Rust troll dolls.
Let me
You know, with the
look
little
it up.
hair. Basically, these guys
Oh, yeah.
on my mic. I have 3 of
It's
them just chilling
all
on my mic.
creepy.
Oh, I
I feel like
remember
there's probably a
these.
horror film for like every single thing you're mentioning right now.
There they are. 1, 2, and 3. They're
Oh
magnets.
my god.
They chill with me. So sometimes when I film videos, you just see the little fluff hair. That's just my trolls chilling. But yeah, you don't remember what a Furby looks like, Yellow Flash? We're gonna fix this. All right, Furby.
I just looked at it.
Nightmare fuel.
What do you think? You like them?
No,
What?
no.
No. Okay, so this is the legit one right there. Furby.
They just look like trolls.
Ah, they're different. Totally different.
Oh, yeah,
But
they
I
got
like-
hair all over them, and it's different this time.
Well, first of all, the Furbies are battery operated too, so they speak and they walk and they do all these things. and they
Whoa!
blink. The trolls don't do anything. They just kind of stand there and look cute and naked. That's about it. Or sometimes they have clothing. They made like little Italian ones with like pizzeria outfits and stuff. I have those. They're funny. Anyway, I'm revealing too much of myself and chat doesn't like it. Listen, I like Furbies and I like trolls from the 80s and 90s. If I didn't collect Harry Potter, I feel like I'd be doing that. Anyway, Matthew says the glass one is better because if you want to get the rest of it, you gotta stick your finger in the hole and then it shoots out. Ladies will understand. Last toxic male says, "Kay, stay goonin'." Well, speaking of
yeah,
that, weird.
we goonin'.
Oh boy. This panel greater than Mazza. Thanks, Clemson. Regimeister says, so Blabs, did you already look up the news about Disney shutting down the Muppet Theater? No, I completely forgot. Is this actually real? Okay, can you do like a
Yeah,
quick
it
look
is
for me, please?
real. I'm pretty.
Yeah, it's like the
that's
last
real
Jim
about it.
Henson thing.
No. Okay, we'll be talking about that with Mally on Wednesday.
Disney owns that brand and has done shit with it. It's their fault that no one goes to it because they don't do anything with the brand.
Damn. Last Toxic Male says Maz's mom, Madam Savvy. Okay. Josh says, I think I smoked some yellow flash in high school. That's so sad. Oh, there it is. All right. Well, that's great. Happy days. I'll have to put that on Wednesday's document. Yay. All right, Suna Soul Silver says, let me know when there's an actual sale that I want that goes over 50% off. Black Friday has become a sham for the past 5 years. Oh, yeah, it's honestly such a sham because then, like, the prices are all over the place. They'll, like, raise prices right before Black Friday, and then they'll lower them, and it'll be, like, a normal price that you could get, like, year-round. It's like, well, this isn't actually a sale. You're just lying to us. So, not a fan. Julia says, over here in New Jersey at my Walmart, the past few years of Black Friday has been really calm, as if it was just a regular day. Should be like that. And Dan says, it's a South Park reference. Great episode about Black Friday. Thank you. And Jay says, Funzo over Furbies. I see you. What the hell's a Funzo?
What's a funzo? Yeah.
What's a
Oh my
funzo?
God,
Okay.
I'm learning so much today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Josh.
Simpsons.
Oh. Josh says, love you guys. I'm high as fuck. Please say Super Smash Brothers Melee for Nintendo GameCube. Also, Blabs, what's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor? I hate all Pop-Tarts.
What?
They taste disgusting. They taste like cardboard. I don't understand why anyone would buy them.
I agree.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
You never
Flash.
you never like microwaved a Pop-Tart and just
I've
like,
never really
ooh.
bought Pop-Tarts, so
I'd
I've
rather have
always tried them
cereal.
at friends' place. They're awful.
I'd rather eat some cereal.
Yeah.
This is tragic, guys.
They're,
This
and
is so
they're
tragic.
full of garbage in them, too, so it's like, why would I want them?
Well, I'll answer the question then. The s'mores one is the best one, and the strawberry classic one is the second best one, in my opinion. Also, Melee, partially what I'm named after, Smash Bros. Melee is the best Melee Smash Bros. Game. That's it. There's no other Smash Bros. That's better.
That's true.
This is a Funzo. I don't like it.
From Simpsons.
I don't like it. That's ugly. Godzilla's Gracious says, have you heard of Tattletale, Blabs? It's a horror game with Furby-like toys. No.
It's literally like based on Furbies. I was trying to remember the name of the game, but yeah, we played a horror game
writing it
like
down.
that. I think you'll like it.
Tattletale. I really like playing Gory, Cuddly Carnage. I played the demo of that a couple of weeks ago. Freaking amazing game. Runs so smoothly. It's like, that's awesome. For an indie game, amazing. A Star Killer says, my sisters and I were able to get 2 PlayStation 5s, BOGO, 60% before Target took down the deal on Friday. Wow.
That's insane.
60% off 2 PlayStation 5s? You gonna flip one of those? It's amazing.
You used to have those kind of deals all the time.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I guess maybe it's because PlayStation isn't actually doing all that well. Maybe. Super Bear says, speaking of gooning, there's a cookbook with Snoop Dogg called Goon with a Spoon. Don't think he knows what that means now. Oh my God.
Snoop, no.
Goon with a Spoon. Somebody give that to Miles, just saying. Anyway, let us move on. I think it was Kay that shared this with me in the document. And it's just the world's tallest and shortest women meet for afternoon tea in London. And here we go. Did you share this with me, Kay? Was this you?
Did. I was just like, whoa, what's happening?
Yeah. Flash, have you seen this?
Yes.
Okay, well.
Hello. Hi.
It's very scary. I don't like it.
What, there's like, so I'm assuming this woman, the really tall one, has mental issues too, just by judging of her looking and how she sounds and speaks.
मुझे टॉलिस गर्ल से मिलके बहुत अच्छा लगा और उनको मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम मिली और उनका नेचर भी बहुत अच्छा है रुमेशा का बहुत अच्छा लगा.
I have realized me and Jody have a lot of in common. We both love self-care, makeup, doing our nails, and jewelry. How are you doing, Jody?
How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. You are so beautiful.
Thank you. You too.
They seem nice. It's
God,
just traumatizing. You
This
know?
cup is bigger than her. They're so mean. They gave her the biggest cup in the world and they're like, here, try holding this. Oh my God. This is kind of terrifying, but I'm amazed.
You know, the little one was an American Horror Story. I haven't watched it, but she like has a role in it.
Wow, I just like, holy shit.
So
No, let's-
tiny.
Wow. That's impressive. Impressive. Hey, man, but she gets to wear all the amazing clothing because you know how like children's clothing are like 10 times nicer than everybody else's?
That's true.
That is the one benefit. I'm trying to be positive here because like
Kids
these
have the
poor women-
best shoes, man. I remember
do.
being young and being like, oh my God, these are awesome sneakers. And you grow it in like a day. It doesn't matter, but
Well, thanks for that, Kay. I feel so much better
you're
now.
welcome.
I don't anyway. Whew. Mercy says labs. I think you mean Blabs, but that's fine. I'm sending you an Archcast link. Please look at it. The name of the boss of the Jaguar Corporation is absolutely hilarious. Same the Flash. Please look at the name of the boss of the Jaguar Corporation. Okay. Please hold.
Did you see the AI version of that where they have the Jaguars attacking the people from the
I
commercial?
saw that one. Yeah. Okay, so I see nothing in my messages, but anyway, I actually did want to talk about the Jaguar because somebody memed it. So before we show off the meme, this is the original one. We'll just let it play.
Couldn't they have come out of a car?
Right?
Like nothing screams vehicle about any of this.
Like, looks like Ma'am Cena.
Like Cena, it's amazing.
You know, this chick looks like Tilda Swinton, but like discount. So this is the original commercial. It's absolutely totally fitting for a car. Like the only thing of car reference is the Rock. And I'm like, maybe that's the shape of the original car that they were thinking of without tires. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the commercial, right? But we have people who have actually been mocking it. So here is the mocked. Great doll.
Some eggplant earrings.
Yeah, he's got dick earrings. And that's it. It's just from Tribeca, which is great. So I like that it's being memed. Maybe that was the point all along, to meme it to hell so everyone would be talking about it.
So it goes viral that way. That would be genius, but I don't think they're smart enough for that.
You don't think so? That's all right. I don't really think they're all that smart anyway. All right. So moving right along. Has anyone here seen Wicked or Gladiator 2 this weekend?
I didn't. I kind of want to see Gladiator 2 just to see for myself if it's good or bad because there's so many mixed opinions on it. Wicked, I have no interest in watching.
Yeah, no, I haven't, honestly. I wanted to be interested in Wicked because the original music's pretty good. But the PR stunt that they've done is just like a huge turnoff for me. And I don't really like Ariana Grande singing Popular. Like, there's just something wrong about it that I'm like, I don't like it. Merce and I saw, but it's a YouTube video and I can't really like check everything while I'm live. So thank you, though. Okay, so I want to talk about the box office numbers for this. So Wicked defeats Gladiator 2 in opening weekend after making $164 million internationally. Now, I saw a lot of people talking about how like Wicked would flop, and I don't really think that's the case. I think it's going to do just fine. So it says the two films.
It's dumb to think that movie is going to flop because of what it is. Women love this.
I was going to say it's all women. All women are going to this,
and all the men going for the women.
They're going to get dragged to it.
Yep. And then, but they get stuff out of it. Let's be real. All right. So the film adaptation of Wicked has pummeled rival Gladiator 2 in the film's opening weekend at the box office. Ancient Rome epic Gladiator 2, starring Paul Mescal and Denzel Washington, is projected to have an opening weekend earnings of $55.5 million, while Wicked's debut has estimated to have racked in $114 million, the most of any musical adaptation ever. So to even beat Les Mis. Which, did anyone watch Les Mis? I thought that was shit. I didn't even bother finishing that movie.
What, Les Mis?
Yeah, I hated Les Mis. Yeah.
Oh, I liked that one.
Really? Like, Russell Crowe can't sing, Anne Hathaway was miscast, even though she somehow got an Oscar for it. Yeah.
I've been to plenty of musicals where people can't sing.
This is true.
Yeah.
True.
I thought it was fine. I've seen the play a couple of times, actually. I like that. That's like one of the few musicals I like.
See, everyone would be crying their eyes out when for Les Mis, and I'd be looking around and I'd be like, that was it? I feel nothing. So I guess I'm just a bitch. But anyway.
Stone cold.
Stone cold Blabs instead of Steve Austin. Anyway, Gladiator 2 did much better internationally, earning $165.5 million for first weekend, a total of $221 million globally. The two films were dubbed Wicked by film fans, providing 81% of ticket sales globally. So that's exciting. Yippee-yay-ki-yay. But I actually want to talk about this from IGN. And it says, Wicked and Gladiator 2 enjoy huge box office launches, but Wicked can't match the power of Barbenheimer, which I totally forgot about was a thing last year, which was Barbie and Oppenheimer. And they actually did the numbers for everything. So where was it?
Of course, it was never gonna this is a stupid comparison because
You think so?
100%
yeah,
stupid
Oppenheimer
comparison.
is a Christopher Nolan movie. Christopher Nolan is a name that actually can put asses in seats.
True.
Christopher Nolan is like one of the few people left in Hollywood where you'll say, it's a Christopher Nolan movie. Of course I want to see it. It's the same with Quentin Tarantino. Like, he can put asses in seats. This was never going to match that level, ever.
And like, I'm not a movie person. I did Barbenheimer. I went and did both the same day, and it was fun. So there's probably tons of people doing it. No one cares about Wicked. Or Gladiator 2, really, for that matter.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Gladiator 2 does absolutely nothing for me. Apparently, it's just a remake unnecessary. But they are comparing the two. So it says, right, Gladiator 2 launched 55.5 million. It's a global box office, blah, 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 blah. Where is it say that they did? Okay, here we go. So how did Glicked compare to last year's Barbie and Oppenheimer combo launch? Despite similar tonal whiplash suffered by moviegoers who have braved a double bill, Glicked couldn't quite match the box office power of Barbenheimer. The combined force of Greta Gerwig and Christopher Nolan pulled a whopping $311 million domestically during opening weekend versus Glicked $169.5 million. So there you have it. It's not done as well as Barbenheimer. Oh no, sadness. There you go. Case like this was exciting.
Ridley Scott has kind of ruined his name too. A couple people in the chat were pointing that out, and they're totally right. A lot of Ridley Scott movies have just been absolute turds over the past few years.
I don't think I've even seen many Ridley Scott movies.
I used to really like his movies, and then he just fell off.
Well, Kay, got anything before we move on from Glicked?
Why did Patrick and SpongeBob do a better cover of Wicked than the characters? Did you see the spoof cover?
Oh, the poster?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, that was
Looks
actually
so
nice.
much better.
All right, well, let's talk about something that most people in this sphere will be interested in, and that is Sonic 3, releasing December 20th. The trailer just dropped today, and as someone who's not seen the two Sonic movies, I have to say I actually liked this trailer. I thought it was pretty good. Flash, have you seen this yet?
Yeah, it looked all right. I've liked the Sonic movies, so
All right,
I
well,
don't know if I'm going to go see it, but I'm sure I will see it eventually.
I know Kay's excited for
I
it.
am so hyped, guys. We are getting the Sonic Adventure 2 storyline. We are getting Maria. We might see a... Look, only Sonic fans will understand what I'm about to say. It'll sound very controversial, but we might see a 14-year-old girl get shot in the head, and there might be cheering in the theater. And that is the only time you'll ever hear people say that, but Sonic fans get what I'm saying.
I am hyped now. I totally forgot. It's launching against Mufasa.
It is,
And
yes.
I want to see it as absolutely barrel roll. I want to see it destroy Mufasa.
The problem is, though, that people are going to show up for Lion King stuff.
Yeah.
That's what actually makes me
know.
nervous.
I don't know. This is CGI Lion King. I don't think that CGI Lion King is very well remembered.
Oh, shit, the exact same day?
Yeah.
It's the same day. So I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of theaters are going to prioritize Lion King stuff over Sonic. It's the only thing I'm a little bothered by, but this trailer looks so hype. They gave Shadow a gun. Everyone was cheering about that. I was. And we've got the grandfather in there as well. So like there's just a lot of hype for this trailer's great.
I don't think there's any hype for Mufasa though. I don't see
I haven't
any
seen
hype.
anything
I didn't
either.
even remember it till I was sitting there thinking, I remember there's a Disney movie coming out. I had to look it up. Mufasa. They haven't even made any new trailers for it.
I think it's going to be a branding thing, though, where parents just see, ooh, Mufasa. I remember that character from my childhood. I'll get my child to watch this, too. I think that's the sales they'll get.
We got to change that perspective and get Sonic out there and
Oh, yeah.
get Sonic into the minds of all the children's.
I totally forgot about this, but Moana 2 opens in 2 days.
What?
I've
Really?
not seen any hype for this movie.
I've
What
seen,
movie?
like, no advertisement
Moana
for
2,
it.
November 27th, 2024.
I had no idea. Like at
I
all.
I remember saying that they were gonna make the sequel, but I'm just like, holy shit, it's out in 2 days. And the only thing I've ever seen was last night. I saw some type of premiere thing, and I was like, Moana 2 is out, and lo and behold, it's out on Wednesday for Thanksgiving. So I had no idea.
insane.
I had no idea. But I saw this on Google, and I want to point this out. So obviously December 20th, we have Mufasa and Sonic releasing. In 2 days, we have Moana 2. And then Zootopia 2 opens up next November, basically competing with Wicked Part 2. So that'll be interesting because like that one would be for sure for all the kids. So that'll be interesting to see in 1 year how that competes with Wicked Part 2. But yeah. Interesting. And as for
Literally no clue.
Mufasa, I think it'll actually do really well. And the reason for that is because Disney's so powerful with their marketing that they'll just probably like buy a whole bunch of seats, kind of like what they did with the Captain Marvel. Because remember, it wasn't really that hype.
Yeah, I don't
Captain
know if they've
Marvel.
got that kind of spare change anymore. I mean, remember how well Little Mermaid did?
Yeah, how well did that do? Did that actually flop, or did it make some money?
I'd have to go check and see where it's at now. But when it first came out, no. It did good domestic. It did good internationally, but it did not do well domestically.
Interesting.
That's why I don't. That's why I'm really kind of looking forward to Snow White, because I think Snow White's going to have a similar path as.
Oh, Snow White's gonna be like ruined because in like what 2 weeks later or whatever, Minecraft is out,
Well,
and
people
everyone's
just
gonna go
really,
to see that one instead.
people really don't like Rachel Zegler. She's gone above and beyond to make herself look like an ass.
Yep.
That actress, I don't even remember her name at this point. The one who played Ariel in Little Mermaid.
Oh, Halle Berry,
Is that it?
Bailey, Halle Bailey. Yeah.
Rachel Zegler has just. I know her more for controversy than her movies.
It's true. Like, I didn't mind her in Shazam 2. I thought she was fun. I watched that movie on the plane, so it wasn't the best experience, but I didn't mind her in that movie. And I thought she looked pretty cute, like not ugly. But if you look at Snow White, that hair on her looks awful. They did not do her any justice. Like, the wardrobe looks terrible, the hair, the wig, it's not good. Like, I think she has a great singing voice, I do. But she's ruined her own career before it really took off. So, oh well. Sucks to be Rachel. Probably not though. She's probably loaded and rolling in millions. Doesn't care.
I don't think she's low. She hasn't done anything to bring in that money.
Let's see. Rachel's
Every movie she's been in, other than The Hunger Games, that movie made money, but she was like a side character in it. That wasn't her.
This should have been
movie.
her breakout role for sure. Like she totally botched it.
Yeah, she has 3 million apparently. Yeah, it's better than nothing. I'd take it. 3 million.
I'd live the rest of my life and never work again with $3 million.
Yeah, that's true. Oh well. Sucks to be here. Cameron Red says the tall lady has such a deep voice because her voice box is so far from her lungs. I don't know if that's a joke or not.
Sense.
That kind of makes a lot of sense. That's hilarious.
In my
Hi,
canon,
Smash.
that's real science.
Hey,
Hey,
sorry
Smash.
I'm late.
It's all right. Work.
Should be on time.
Exactly.
You're so unprofessional.
I mean, good things come to those who wait, right? You know.
How modest. I'm here. It's better now. Redneck Uno Mazda says, blabs, blabbing about. You know what time it is? No. Stop with the gooning. Mercenary says, Jaguar boss name is Raw Dawn Glow. No,
Is it real?
Is that
It really-
actually his name?
It really is Rod Dong Lover is his real name.
There's oh my god.
Raw
Wait,
dong
G
love.
lover?
There's
Like
no
Glover?
You
way.
didn't see my post on Twitter yesterday about it? Oh,
No.
Oh my god, it
okay.
actually is his name.
yeah.
Raw Dawn Lover?
Yep.
Raw Dawn Glover. This
Oh
is
my
like something I
God.
would put in like a creative character in like wrestling or something.
Wow, that's like something you would put on one of your Me characters in the Me Creator. Wow.
That's
This
hilarious.
is some guy named Adrian. Where
What?
Here,
CEO
He's
of
the
Jaguar.
managing
Blabs,
director.
Blabs, I sent it in the private.
Okay, let's see. No way. That's hilarious. Here it is. Jaguar Land Rover UK boss Rawdon Glover makes to head up Jaguar. Rawdon Glover.
Oh, is Land Rover like a spinoff of Jaguar?
That's like a subsidiary, isn't it? Land
La-
Rover.
Land
Okay.
Rover? I think
Yeah,
they
I-
own them, yeah.
I think they're like a subsidiary.
Okay. But
that's
still,
hilarious.
raw dog lover.
That
That's
is-
funny.
Woof. Super Bear says, I miss my wife. Tails, Dr. Robotnik.
Are you hyped for the trailer smash? Are you gonna watch Sonic 3?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm not one that ever gets hyped for trailers because I really hate spoilers for movies I know I'm going to watch. So I'm like, I try to avoid. Like, if it's a movie I'm on the fence about, I might watch it. Like, if my wife's like pushing me to the movie, I'm like, all right, let me at least watch the trailer. But Sonic 3, I know I'm gonna see for the kids, of course.
Yeah, totally, right?
Yeah.
We got a
Just
Detective
get dragged
Pikachu
to it.
reference too. It's
You get
officially
dragged to
canon.
I did
Pokemon
see
and
that.
Sonic.
That was cute. Kyle Denson says, it's all about the assets. Butts and seats, wiped or unwiped. Thanks. Tan says,
Well, I hope they're
Gladiator
white.
2. I'll probably be go see it, but Wicked is a maybe, not for myself because I like The Wizard of Oz and I never seen the Broadway musical.
The musical's awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Like the
It's
music's
so-
great.
Yeah. I heard the
me-
movie was good. I don't know. Did you?
Yeah, I've heard the movie is good. I have no real intention of seeing it just because
Same.
like the PR tour has been a huge turnoff,
Mhm,
and I'm just I'm kind of over it.
Yeah, they're always like holding hands and rubbing each other and shit. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, and like her talons and everything, and like Ariana Grande is just holding like Cynthia's finger. It's like, what is that? Like, pull my finger. Like,
Well,
okay.
She
to
got
be
that
honest-
giant pig ring too.
Mhm.
The whole controversy with the poster with the Wicked
Oh
Witch.
yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
like that. As soon as that happened, I'm like, I'm out. Fuck yeah, I'm
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that's a homage to the original Broadway poster, and you just made it all about yourself. 'cause
All
that's
about
And the
not
media
supposed to
ran
lie.
with it, which
Yeah.
made them all look stupid. It's like
Stupid.
this is the original poster. It's not racist. You fucking clowns.
Yup.
But they're so used to grifting off of using race as a way to bait people to make money that it used to work so well for them, and now it doesn't. So they're confused, right?
But
They're
like,
like, wait,
it makes no sense because like the whole argument is that like Alphaba's green, so literally anybody can play Alphaba because they wear green makeup anyway. So it's like, where's the racism? There's so many different Alphabas out there, but okay.
Yep.
Noodle says just buy TV on Super Bowl weekend. You can get decent deals without being trampled on Black Friday.
I
thank you,
agree.
Crystal.
That's actually the best time to buy a TV is Super Bowl weekend.
I can't get
The
over the
week.
price of TVs in general. It's like so cheap, average on regular days. I'm like, what, you have to wait for a sale on them? They're so cheap right now,
Yeah, I
Mhm.
see cheap TVs all the time.
all the time.
Kratos says Rachel looks like Lord Farquaad in a dress, pretend to be a Disney princess, and this is my new favorite comment of the day because now I can't unsay it. She does look like Lord Farquaad with that bob, that horrible, horrible wig. All right, so I see your locals tips, guys, and Rumble Rants. I will get to them in a little bit, but since Smash is here, we can now move on to Concord. Have you guys seen this? The first teaser for the Concord
Oh,
episode
no.
of the Secret Level Prime Anthology series, streaming on Prime Video, December 10th.
I didn't know this was out yet. This is
No, I missed this, man.
This
I'm
is-
stunned they're
what's-
still doing this. Like I thought they
Yeah.
would scrap this episode completely. This is crazy.
I can't wait for somebody that's been living in a rock, like under a rock, to come out and say, "Wow, this Concord game looks pretty cool. Where can I go play this?"
I'm gonna pre-order this.
Is it not out yet? It's not out yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like skim around because I don't know if we'll get flagged from Amazon for this shit. But
Maybe, but you can win the appeal.
What is that? Oh my
yeah,
god.
I don't really know what
Yikes.
that was, but it looks just like the video game.
It makes you
actually-
wonder. Oh, go ahead.
I'm actually looking forward to a couple of these episodes, like the
Mega
Mega Man
Man?
one.
Yep.
There was
Oh,
a
freeze
there
it,
was a
freeze it
Warhammer
on all
one.
of them there. When
Yeah,
it's,
let me see. Where
it
are
was
you?
in the middle. You were just in the
There we
middle,
go.
right there. Pac-Man. At the
Yeah, the
beginning?
Pac-Man one is going to be in there.
Is that?
I think
that's
Unreal
the
was
first
getting
one.
one too. Unreal sounds interesting.
Where's Mega Man?
This
I don't
was just
remember
looking
hearing
for
about
it.
a Mega Man one
No,
actually.
Mega
is
Man's one of them. Mega Man is
Yeah.
definitely
Oh.
one of them.
I love like huge Mega Man fan. So
Is that Killer Instinct?
I
That's
believe there
Warhammer.
was going to be a Killer
Oh,
Instinct one as
Warhammer.
well.
Okay, I thought that was Fulgore from Killer Instinct.
I can see the resemblance there for sure.
Yeah. I wonder which one's Mega Man though.
So anyway, guys,
Maybe the
Concord.
Asian looking kid. maybe.
Is it the one the fourth one from the far right where he has like the half helmet on? Is it gonna look like the original
I hope
Mega
not.
Man on the NES?
Don't do that.
On the box
American box art, which is. Have you ever seen the Japanese box art? So much better.
Yes.
Who is
so
the
much
ass
better.
that said, "Let's do this instead"?
Yeah.
I'd really
Man
like to
left
know
the
who
war
made
to
that
do
decision to choose that box art over the Japanese stuff.
It was the Wild West of gaming back then. Like some of the stuff that got through, people look back and like, how the hell they flew by the seat of their pants, probably doing lines of coke when they're making decisions. No one even cared. It was wild times back then.
So anyway, Concord, guys, totally go get the game now. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wonder, just on that note, if this does, in a weird way, like spawn any kind of interest in that universe, and if we look back like 10 years from now, being like, remember how it all started, and now we're here with it actually being a thing. I wonder about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Now here's a quick little hit before we move on to the next topic, and I kind of want to get you guys' opinion on this. It's like a meme, really. Beating the game or 100%ing the game and you're miserable? What do you guys think?
You guys beat games?
I'm about beating games. I am not 100%er.
Sometimes
Demian's
it
100%er.
Yeah, Demian's crazy. He has like 200 platinums. I have like maybe 7 or 8. Sometimes it depends on how much I like the game.
Yeah.
If I'm really into it, then yeah, I like to get it. But man, sometimes it's just too rough.
Yeah.
Like I want to do Sparking Zero's platinum, but one of them is like 100 online matches. I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, like the Yakuza games, for example, you have to learn how to play like Mahjong and stuff. There's no way I'm 100%ing that. Like, that's insane. I have to learn real life board games in order to win. Like, for me, the joke was that I never beat games, right?
It's true.
Because I'm always like, 90% done, I'm good. But if I were to give you one that I would never 100%, because dear Lord, Donkey Kong 64's collectibles are crazy, bro.
You want to show it again?
Okay, yeah. Donkey Kong 64. This game had so much to do. It's just, I can't. So I love this game. I know it's not popular to love this game. I freaking loved it. But there's no way I'm 100%ing this thing.
For me, I'd always would 100% like the Lego games. I always did it except for the last Star Wars game because I thought that was such a disappointment. And I
was just going to say, I'll call myself out. I think I've only 100%ed one game in my life.
What?
Which was it?
Ni no Kuni. I love that game. That was so good.
I've always wanted to play it because I like the style.
It's incredible. The especially like the it's one of those games where the intro story really hooks you and pulls you into the world. And it's been a long time since the game did that for me. And that was a while ago when I played it, but such a great game. Such a great game. Like, it's one of those games that you really are transported. Like, you start playing and you're just like in that world. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, I've 100% Legos, a couple other older games when I was a kid, and I really wanted to 100% Hogwarts Legacy, but that was too much of a chore. I never ended up doing it, so oh well. This one's for Flash, saying, "Hey Flash, just wondering, did you platinum Astrobot?"
I did.
Now that's your game of the year for you, isn't it, Flash?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that game a lot. It's a really fun game.
When's it coming to PC?
Probably next year, I would think.
It'll happen eventually. Everyone wants it to happen.
Yeah. I want to try it on PC because I ain't about to get a PlayStation 5.
It's phenomenal. Like, you get a taste of everything in gaming, and every single level, like the way that they craft, even with the controller around it, all the gimmicks, everything. Oh, I love it.
I don't know how well it would be for. I used to be more of a PlayStation fan, but if you're not familiar with that platform, like, I really would be curious to someone who's only been into PC gaming and how much they like that game.
I think it's for like old school platformer fans as well. Like, if you grew up on Nintendo and stuff, you're going to be obsessed with that game. But you're right.
Yeah,
I don't know how much
me
PC gamers would care.
It's like Mario Galaxy.
Mm.
Kind of reminds me of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that game. It's a good platformer.
I have not played it. I really need
fun.
Oh, you need to
It
play
was
it.
fun to 100% that game. Because you just replay the levels basically to get all the collectibles. That's really it.
See, there's a game I would 100%. Like, it's just, like you said, so fun along the whole way. It doesn't even feel like you're doing a task at that point. You're just, like, enjoying every moment, no matter what trial they throw at you.
Yeah, the music in it's fun. The designs are great. The gameplay is great. Yeah, it's a fantastic game. If it comes out on PC, get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of coming out on PC, Stellar Blade next year, right? Early 2025, supposedly. I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see Stellar Blade PC mods.
Oh yeah.
I think that game even needs it anymore. Like,
She's
look
just
at how
gonna be
gorgeous
naked.
the model is. Yeah.
It's gonna be like Rey from Battlefront 2, where they just made her a naked mod and she just runs around with a lightsaber.
Right.
Well, since I just mentioned Star Wars, let's just talk about another Star Wars actress who really wants to stay in the limelight. And I feel like Yellow Flash is a #1 fan. Kelly Marie Tran comes out as queer. I've never felt this accepted before. Now, you can really make the joke that Kelly Marie Tran is trans. She's trans, but she's not actually trans. She's just queer.
So she's looking for new work.
Yes.
I see.
I feel like none of these actors have done well since Star Wars, except for Adam Driver.
Adam Driver is great. I love him.
What did I don't want to even open my mouth when I don't know the end of the sentence, but someone said on Twitter yesterday about when you come out as queer, it's just another word for you want attention or something like that. And I'm like,
I think so.
It's so true. It's like
Now-
no
well,
one cares.
That's a big thing in Hollywood, so now she might get more roles.
But like,
Right?
what does that even mean? Does that mean like you're lesbian, you're bisexual, like what?
Well,
Is
have you
that
seen
like queers overall?
There was someone interviewing someone who said they were queer, and they're like, "Okay, so what does that mean?" And they literally couldn't even explain it. Like, I'm like, they just say it to identify as something to be accepted. There's not even like a
Yeah, it
meaning
used to
behind
mean
it.
you're gay, but then it changed to something else, and I don't even know what it is.
They don't even know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it used to mean gay, and now it doesn't. It just means they said things like gender fluid and all these other terminology. I'm like, what's that even mean? Like, what the hell are we doing here?
What are we doing? This is great. Rose Tico is a taco eater confirmed. That's amazing. Thanks for that one. Thanks, Spoon Ninja, for all the memes over on Locals. And he says Raw Dog wants to penetrate the market in regards to Jaguar. And that's a terrible way of phrasing.
It's gonna raw dog the car market.
And Rumble, I do see your Rumble rants, but they do pertain to a specific topic that we will get to in a bit. All right. One more thing about crazy Hollywood celebrities. The latest is from Alec Baldwin. You know, the guy who murdered a woman on set by accident? Yeah, him.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
this
allegedly.
is definitely the guy that I want to hear lecture me on anything.
Exactly. Alec Baldwin says Americans know little or nothing about the world. Not ironic, but the best part.
I mean, it's
He definitely
potentially-
knows. He's definitely an expert on hitting the mark.
I was gonna say, like, he knows a lot more about how it works behind the scenes than the average person. So I'm inclined to believe him. If you can manipulate the court and systems to your favor, I believe him.
But there is one specific part in this that was like, wow, you are so full of shit. He says here, that's why there's a void in information on the biggest issues in the world. Americans know little or nothing on climate change, on Ukraine. That void is filled in part by the film industry, by documentaries and narrative films. That's right. He thinks you are all stupid, and the only way you guys will be educated is if you watch Hollywood stuff. That's it.
It's like the Homer Simpson meme. Everyone's stupid except me while he's smoking a cigar on the couch.
Yeah, what a piece of shit to say that, but you know what the best
He's
response?
always been a scumbag.
Yeah, they're all insane, these Baldwins, aren't they?
Well, I mean, great actor. I think
Yes.
he's a fantastic actor. I think he's a complete douchebag in real life, though.
Yes, I agree with you on that. He's done some good stuff, some good movies. But my favorite was from Disbrew. When Alec Baldwin says, Americans know little or nothing about the world. They know the trigger discipline, though.
Based. That's amazing.
So there's that one, because I'm just like, why can't these actors just shut up? Nobody likes you anymore. Come on.
Not to rehash that whole situation, but how exactly do you get a real gun and real bullets on the set of a movie? How does that accidentally happen?
Right? And like apparently like the weapon lady was like unequipped to be in that position, like the
Like a
weapons
DEI
handler.
hire?
Yeah, basically, she was just like a hire
She
that
was
didn't
cheap.
know. Yeah.
Wow.
They
I
cheaped
guess they want
out.
to save money.
They cheaped out on a lot of shit with that movie, and that's how it happened.
Mhm.
But like this is like it's
And
becoming
it's still it just came out. Well, it got reviewed at some festival. They're actually still going to release that movie, which I think is funny.
well
really.
they released The Crow, and the same thing happened with Brandon Lee. Like how is this a trend? Like how do you keep shooting people on movies? What's going on?
Well, Alec Baldwin's still around, and it's very annoying. Okay, so before we
Yeah, I
get
wish he
into,
would just go
Wait,
away.
nobody said anything about The Crow. You guys aren't familiar with The Crow?
I've
I
not
do know
watched
about
it.
the
I love
crow
The Crow.
situation. I don't know it verbatim, but I do know that there was a conspiracy around bringing like martial arts to the West and everything, right?
Wait,
and
what?
that partially that was like planted with the Crow. We're talking about the original Crow, how Brandon Lee died on set, right?
Got shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, people say that's a conspiracy like that it was planted and that he was killed off because of this whole thing about bringing martial arts to the West, but I don't know how true that is.
I mean, I believe anything at this point. The movie was fantastic, but
I love The Crow. One
Yeah.
of my favorite comic book movies.
yeah.
All right. Well,
Started an entire trend. You can thank You can thank them for Hot Topic if you shop there.
Oh, I
Oh.
thought you were talking about the trend of shooting people on the
Oh,
set
no.
of movies.
yeah, I was like,
That
what?
too.
To be
It did
to be
start that-
fair,
it
there
did
really
start that
hasn't
trend.
been that many accidents. Like maybe a handful.
I mean, one is too many. We're
no,
talking
you're not
now-
wrong. I just never understand how you get handed a gun, and you don't look and see if there's bullets in it. Like the first thing I would do is check, and I don't care what the standard protocol is. I'm gonna look and see if there's any ammo in the fucking gun.
Yep. Especially if you're pointing it and pulling the trigger at someone.
Yeah,
That's just, like,
exactly.
you would know if it's a real gun or a prop gun, and if you don't, there's a problem there. Oh God, look at who's of all the people that's donating.
Oh my God!
He never misses.
Alec
Never misses.
Baldwin's finger gifted 50 memberships. Shits, that's right. The new memberships, by the way, are called memberships. I've changed the name memberships. Thank you so much, Alec. Listen, we're gonna have to give you the $200 one. So first, let's do the developers, whatever the hell he is. Where are you? There he is.
Developers, 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 developers. Developers, 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 developers.
He's in the chat.
Yes!
And then we have the
That's
200
cocaine.
donor one. This one's for
dang.
you, Alec Baldwin. Shout out, bro.
That. Look at all that. Wow.
Smash.
Talented woman.
Very talented.
I feel like it's a clip on its own, just like that shaking. Look at all that. Wow.
Thank you, Alec
Oh,
Baldwin.
she was shaking a drink?
Yeah. mhm.
Oh, how about that?
He's like, I missed that part. Thank you
I might
so
need to watch
much.
it again.
Maybe another time.
Yeah.
Dave says they use real guns and live ammo all the time on sets, literally thousands without incidents. The incidents on The Crow and Rust are aberrations.
They use real live ammo. I thought they used like blanks and like
Yeah.
pretend ammo. Like there needs to be like there's red tape and safety precautions on everything in the world for all these us people, but then the professionals don't have any safety precautions and they kill
Yeah.
people. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Give me a number, says Baldwin shot his shot, but he missed this time. What? Rebound referring to the armor says that lady was related to some other famous armor.
That's
So
true.
she's a Nepo hire. I freaking hate Nepo hires.
Yep, she is.
Everyone who touches a gun on set must check it. I think he means must check it. Thank you, mercenary.
You would
And
think so.
Shane. You would think so, but apparently these people are above.
For sure, if
common
like
sense.
10 people had looked at the gun, like that would happen. Every time you hand it to somebody,
Mhm.
just make sure.
Shane, member for 13 months, says, hey there, side scrollers from Kenya. Hopefully Blabs isn't sharing the N-word from COD videos and Craig is learning to read while on vacation. Hashtag love y'all. I have not said the N-word since January on this channel. You're welcome. But thank you so much, and hello from Kenya. Hope you're having a great time. I think
Wait, can we go back?
Been a
can we
few
go back
months.
since January? Wait, what?
So in January, I accidentally shared a clip of a COD lobby, and there was a giant N-bomb.
Oh,
Because
I remember.
I didn't check it, and I was like, yeah, it's totally fine to play. Boop. So
I think I was on that show.
No, it was myself, Adam, Craig, and
I was watching
Brad.
it.
Yeah, you
I
were
know I was
watching in
watching
chat, but yeah, whoops. Listen, it was fine. It's all good. Makes for great memories. I have the unclipped version, which is still also on the live stream too. You guys have to go back and watch it, but there's the altered with the beeped out as a video. So beep.
my latest favorite thing to be doing is watching the Blabs Discovered series of when there are words. Yeah, Blabs Learns. I'm like, all these videos, these like 2-minute, 3-minute video clips, they go like ultra viral, and I'm like, Craig, you need to like make that like a section of your show every day to be like, Blabs, here's the Urban Dictionary word, and just make that a segment, because the audience wants it. It's like
that would be too
much.
Every day. I'd be like, oh no, I like my innocence.
At least once a week.
Once a week, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, chat, if you guys are looking for something to watch on YouTube, there is a playlist on the Side Scrollers YouTube channel called Blabs Learns, and I learned stuff. So yeah.
And it's hysterical.
Yeah, we learned a lot of words, and some of them feature Melanie Mac too. So there's a bonus for you. Rebound says means you're too pretentious for basic biology in terms of what queer means. And Carlos says the LGB hates the TQ plus, like really hates them. Yeah, a lot of them really hate them.
Would you look at that? Flash, are you shocked that there's infighting in the LGBT community? Can you believe it?
Crazy.
I
thought they would all just get along and be just normal people.
Right? I thought it was all about acceptance. It's so weird.
No. But like, I mean, like the first 3 letters really do have the right to be really fucking annoyed, I think. LGB. Yeah.
They have the right to be annoyed.
They have the right to be annoyed with like the rest of the group. Not to be annoying, but like to be annoyed.
I thought you said they have the right to be annoying, and I'm like, Blab, would you like to tell people something right now?
No. They have the right to be annoyed with the rest of them because they're like lumping them into this whole entire thing. Anyway, yeah. It's a whole rabbit hole, but I think they have the right to get pissed off. All right, so this is actually something that just happened this morning. No, we're not talking about Dr. Disrespect yet. That's later, so you gotta stick around. But this actually comes from Keemstar, and I kind of want to get everyone's opinion on the matter. He kind of tweets something out a bit spicy. So he says, you shouldn't be able to be a commentary YouTuber unless you played sports in high school or have other social group allocates. There's way too many losers with zero social skills talking nonsense. As soon as these freaks start making money and get the littlest bit of clout, they SA, sexually harass, or come out as a blatant liar. And these are nerds posting opinions of others with zero pushback. Way too many freaks in this new generation. We need to start celebrating the normal people because now the normal peeps are the rare ones. Your thoughts, guys?
I think it's a little, I don't know. We talked about it a little bit before the show too, but for me, I get what he's trying to go for, but I also don't think people should be required to do certain things in order to be on the internet and commentate. It just doesn't really resonate with me. I mean, as a gamer, I like to sit at home and play video games, so I can't commentate on anything now because I didn't go and play sports and do all this stuff that like makes you cool. It just feels like high school clubs again, where it's like, oh, if you're a jock or one of the popular kids, then you can commentate and you're one of the cool ones. It's kind of how it came across to me. But I get what he's saying, where like a lot of people are just getting influenced by the internet and stuff, and they're not really living and experiencing the world anymore, and they're commentating on everything. I kind of get what he's trying to say, but I don't fully agree with it.
I always kind of get just kind of anti with that because it's always like exclusionary, because it's almost like I don't like to see other people finding success because it's taking success away from me. That's how I always read that kind of thing. And I'm just like, dude, you're like one of the most successful platforms on the platform. Like, just live and let live. Let these people make asses of themselves. No, go ahead.
So why do I need to play? And I did. I actually played basketball, but what does that have to do with me talking about video games, Hollywood movies, and celebrities? There's no correlation there.
And you're trying to tell me that people that did play sports don't have those issues that you say come up? It's like there's still plenty of examples that people who played sports in high school turn out to. What did he say, Blabs? Can you bring it back up again?
Yeah, so I think we're missing the part where he also says or have other social groups. So it's sports or have other social groups.
But does he not realize that people that have had social groups and or sports
are super awkward still?
also have SA sexually harassed and come out as blatant liars. Like,
Mhm.
how are you trying to separate the two? It's like, no, that's not what makes people different. I think
Yeah, no.
people come in all shapes and sizes and levels of intellect. It's just let the free market determine who should be listened to and who shouldn't be. Don't try to.
Well, the sports thing, I think I get what he's saying, that because sports teaches you teamwork and how to
Social
fail
skills.
and rise back up and win. Social skills, definitely. I think it's very good for kids to play sports because of those reasons. But
Agree, but I could argue that there are some people I've met
I
in my
don't
life
see what how that helps you make videos on YouTube, though.
Well, like,
especially if you're not working in a team.
there's someone I know directly thinking of right now that was the high school quarterback, like sweetheart with all the ladies. Everyone wanted to be with him. He was like the jock of the school, and he turned out to be the biggest moron, asshole, loser. It's like, that person should have a platform just because they were successful in high school football. Like, I don't know. I don't know how far it really goes.
This to me, this kind of sounds a bit limiting, because he's like, in order for you to have a platform and a voice, you need to have this. Well, it's like, well, that's not exactly like the free speech then, is it? Because you're already saying you need to have requirements to be able to speak your mind. So that's one thing that I'm like, I don't really agree with you there. I do understand, and Kay made this really great point before the stream, was that people do not learn how to socialize anymore. They learn how to socialize with the internet first. And I see like that becoming a huge issue. And maybe that's what he's talking about. But I don't know. I guess I do think people should be in social groups and high school and all that stuff, just like so they learn to communicate and do things and learn new experiences. But at the same time, like Smash was saying, a lot of these people who had these things are still, one, really awkward or socially awkward because they just are. Maybe they're autistic or something, whatever the case is. Or two, they actually still sexually harass people. I mean, look at Hollywood, right? These people are not shy. And Harvey Weinstein, hello.
And real quick too, just to build off that, there's a lot of smaller channels out there that will make these kind of mistakes, not to the extreme that Keemstar goes into here, but it's all like a learning process to find where you fit in all the grand scheme of everything. And some people find it, some people don't. And this just comes across as like don't even try. And it's like you're mad that there are people like taking views away from you or taking attention away from you that don't deserve it. That's what I'm hearing from this. I'm like, kind of let people try. What's that?
Also kind of a blanket statement. Like, obviously a couple of people are annoying him. Just name names.
Yes, totally.
Instead of doing this blanket statement that's honestly probably just going to like piss people off that you didn't intend to pull in.
Yep.
I feel like when people, and he's not the only one that's done something like that. Just name names.
It's kind of like when you're the old school like AOL Instant Messenger when a girl you're dating is treating you bad, you're just like, oh, say like a random lyric from a song and just saying it out there, just like the world
on Facebook. Some
Evanescence inspired all the girls in your life. Gonna be like, is he talking about me, right?
Start singing like "Wake Me Up Inside" or something. Yeah. There's this one comment from Jesus says, "I feel like the drama YouTuber is just trying to stir up drama." You know, that's a very valid point. But what he was saying was kind of an interesting thing. So, like, on one hand, I kind of agree with what he's saying. That, like, yeah, people should socialize more. There's too many awkward people in society, more awkward than there has been in years, and that's thanks to the internet. But I don't think there should be a requirement for social media or having a platform, because then again, that just comes down to censoring people. Like, oh, because they don't meet your requirements, they can't say something, and then that goes against free speech.
The internet, you're so right about the internet really just making things worse. I said this before. It's like we've never been so connected, but yet so many people are lonely.
Yes. Yep.
Makes you wonder, like, I think all these people that are so lonely were very lonely before the internet, and the internet is a place that they can use to feel like they're connected to something. Maybe there's cases where they use the internet and that enables them to be lonely instead of going out to society. But I don't know. I think just before the internet, there were just a lot of really closet shut-in people. They're just antisocial.
Any thoughts on anything else, Kay?
Yeah, I don't know. To me, again, it just reminds me of high school bullshit where it's like, oh, only these certain kinds of groups are going to be cool people. And if you're doing this kind of stuff, you're not cool and you can't comment on this and you can't do this. I'm just not a fan of that kind of. I don't like his tweet at all, to be honest. I get what he's trying to maybe say. He could have just said touch grass. I think he's trying to say touch grass type thing, but the way that he worded it, it's very much gatekeeping. It's very much like, to me, a little anti-free speech. I mean, he's not stopping anyone from talking, obviously, but he does have a lot of influence, and he might, put a small creator in a position where they feel like they shouldn't speak out because they don't have enough experience with something. People do listen to him. So I don't like that part of it. But at the end of the day, it is Keemstar. So, I mean, he likes to stir the pot, and he knows that he's going to get a reaction from that, so...
I want to point out that this tweet is not doing well. 48.8 thousand views, only 386 likes. I just refreshed this.
Wow. Yeah, that's surprising. That's shockingly low.
Yeah, it's really out of touch. It's like everyone grows up on the internet now. Everyone connects with people around the world. It's not the same world we're in anymore. We don't have to go out every single day and do all of these things. It's very old school mentality. And
it's a weird way of like kind of roundabout calling out your own audience that's trying to make it on the platform if they don't participate in things that you're telling them they have to. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's not a great look.
No, yeah, I don't know. I think he's just grasping at straws here, trying to.
Well, there was one other thing I wanted to mention. It reminds me of back like 7 years ago when I was first starting on YouTube. There was this whole topic that came up about, are there too many YouTubers? And then all these smaller YouTubers are taking the views away, and these smaller YouTubers suck and they shouldn't be on the platform because the bigger channels deserve those views. This was like the mantra of the bigger channels back then, saying that. And I'm like, this kind of harkens back to that, where it's like, it sounds like you're mad at smaller channels for taking views away right now. That's like the natural flow of the internet. You can't just silence everyone to get all the views.
Yeah. And then that just means like competition is good. That means either you're not doing well, because if people are flocking to somebody else, then maybe it's a you problem, and it's like your channel's not actually great. So I think this is very stupid. I think the more people on YouTube, yeah, it is harder to grow and get views because there's so many options, but I think that overall probably just improves you because so much competition. You're like, all right, I want to be the best. What can I do? What's the most creative thing, That's how I see it.
The market's going to decide regardless, right? Like people go to people they choose. If you care about experience, then you will go to those people with experience. If you care more about personality, then those people will go to the people with personality. I think there's room for everyone. I don't think there's a point in trying to say that you need certain prerequisites. And I don't like the sexual assault accusation of people just based on the way that their lifestyle was because they didn't do a certain sport or didn't do something that you think makes them cool.
All right, let me catch up on some supers. Student Soul Sliver for 5 says, a friendly reminder that the internet is not your friend and or your therapist. Please, everyone, take care of yourself. This is a great super chat. Noah says, from the wise words of Bowling for Soup, high school never ends. Hilda, Flash, JT, NK, and Blabs, I guess. Oh, I guess so too. Tactical Dish Soap. What a great name.
That's amazing. I hope that's your Call of Duty name. That's great.
As a former 3rd grade Pee Wee football player with a participation trophy, I'm a qualified YouTube commentator. Get wrecked, goobers. That's right, you tell them. Heavenly Gesture says, I can't believe you never watched Bleach, Blabs. It's how as a Catholic I came to respect Buddhism, which Bleach is based off of. You gotta watch it, okay? Jason says, I take all of my pet care advice from Michael Vick because he plays sports. I used to take relationship advice from OJ for some reason. Oh, for the same reason. I was gonna say for some reason. I was like, Miku says, I thought the coexist flag guys could coexist. Definitely not.
That's why I really like that messaging in the Deadpool Wolverine movie where they get blood on it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I never watched that one.
It says coexist on the back of the Honda that they're fighting in. And like the scene ends with them splattering blood all over that coexist thing.
Was it like some sort of message?
I think it was just talking about them because they can't coexist, but either way, still fun.
I assumed it was just like a joke on like everyone's trying to be peaceful and whatever, and like everyone cares about this stuff. But like the movie, it doesn't get very political. I would say that's the only
they weren't trying to make a message out of it.
Okay, that's what I was asking. All right, Nocturnal Wolf says Brandon Lee was killed by a defective gun blank. The actor who played Funboy shot him and was traumatized by the incident to the point he quit acting. Well, that's
very tragic. Very tragic situation.
Meanwhile, you have Alec Baldwin over there being like, fuck the world. I killed someone. I'm going to tell you all while you're still wrong about everything.
Yeah, none of you Americans get it. It's like, okay, thanks.
Just kill somebody. Now let me tell you why you're out of touch.
Yeah, he talks about climate change, plastic, Ukraine, all that stuff. And it's like, oh, you really don't get it, bro. All right, well, this one's for Kay. And she wants to talk about this one. So I'm going to let you talk about this, Kay. What the hell is the Pizza Tower game?
Oh my god, Pizza Tower was an amazing game that came out, I believe it was last year, and it took the world by storm. We all love this game. It's pretty much inspired by like Wario Land and like those really cool, like quirky games. Back in the day, it's a beautiful platformer, great soundtrack, everything. Well, they just tweeted out yesterday that they're working on a new game called Woon, and I'm so excited. And it's going to be an online multiplayer beat 'em up. So if you're somebody who enjoyed games like Shredder's Revenge, Team NT, stuff like that, we're getting a new game in that style, and I'm super, super hyped. This is all we know so far, but it looks cool.
Kind of like the Battletoads large punch animations and stuff like that with a cartoony approach. That's pretty cool.
I love their art style. Like, everything about it looks cool. So we'll see more. We don't know a release or anything, but we get a first look, and that team was amazing. It's just, Pizza Tower is a masterpiece, so I'm really excited to see it.
I've never even heard of Pizza Tower, so now I need to check that too.
You'll like it. If you're into like old school Nintendo gaming and stuff, you'll really enjoy it. Yeah.
I really want to play that UFO 50 game that just came out too.
UFO 50 deserves to be game of the year. There's honestly, it's what's the game called? Area 51 or something. It's based on that, and that game was bad. But UFO 50, they actually put in 50 good games. Like, we tried a bunch of them, and they were all very well polished. Like, you'll have like a point and click, you'll have like, you know, your puzzle games, stuff like that. But Action 52, yeah, I always call it Action 51. Yeah. But yeah, it's really good. I was shocked because I thought it was going to be a bunch of shovelware, but they put a lot of really good games in there.
Yeah, I saw that on the Nintendo Direct like 4 months ago, and I was like, oh damn. I was talking on my live stream last night, and someone mentioned it. I was like, yeah, I can't wait for that game to come out. They're like, it came out 2 months ago. I was like, oh shit, it's already out. Like, talk about like missing the marketing, but like, holy crap, I've been waiting for this game, and it's been out for 2 months. That's just, there's so many good smaller indie style games that came out this year that no one's even talking about. They're like, oh, you know, this game, like Balatro, that's an indie game that's nominated for Game of the Year, but no one's talking about like SteamWorld Heist 2, which is an incredible game. I'm loving my time with that. No one's even talking about that. There's so many good games that came out this year, but anyway.
I really liked was it Big City, Small Kitty, Big City, whichever way it was. That was a really cute indie game.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard of that. I need to check that out.
It's actually super cute.
Melee. I'm surprised you.
I don't remember hearing it. No.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
It's really cute. You basically play as a cat that gets lost in the city, and you have to climb your way back to the top.
Is it the game that kind of looked like Stray?
Yeah, a little bit. But like it has a happy ending.
Yeah, okay.
And like everyone, like you're in Japan or something, because like everyone's Asian, and it's really fun because as a cat you can trip people and knock them over and stuff.
Ooh,
yeah, I like it. I like causing chaos. But Mark of Reality just came with a massive $50 donut. So here's your titties, my friend. And he says, you guys have inspired me to make my own videos. I only have like 2 up, but I tend to keep pretty busy in the rest of my life. I think a rising tide lifts all ships, and my crime law, political, and nerd experience would give me something to add. Well, thank you so much for the 50, and best of luck to you and your YouTube channel.
Best of luck.
Shout out, Mark of Reality. Thank you for the 50. All right, guys. Are you ready to talk Dr. Disrespect and rumble?
Oh, let's do it. I'm ready to rumble.
Are you ready to rumble, everybody? Okay, so the rumor was happening for a couple of days now that Rumble would sign with Dr. Disrespect, and some of the CEOs and other big Rumble employees were going around saying, stay tuned for Monday. Well, lo and behold, it's Monday. And we have actually this one from here. It's from Chris, the CEO. He says, Rumble is in a new era, and I'm laser focused on expanding into 2 categories, gaming and crypto, which are vastly different. But yes, Dr. Disrespect will join Rumble and also provide exclusive content to Rumble Premium. And at the time of this, I'm actually going to share his Rumble is currently empty, but it's got over 10,000 followers on it, so that's exciting. But let me share with you guys, I have so many goddamn tabs about what exclusive is going to be happening. So many tabs. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. Doctor's Disrespect will lead Rumble Gaming and join Rumble Premium. So before we get into this, I just want to point out that Kay and I were talking about this before the show started, and we were like, I can't find any list of gamers on Rumble. And it's like, well, because there are none.
There's no like big time gamers yet. They're mostly homebrewed people that they support, which I'm not against the homebrew thing, but this is the first big person they're bringing in. Rumble Gaming doesn't have a lot of followers in general, and this is not an insult at all. Like, I think there's a lot of really great Rumble Gaming creators, but they are quite small channels. The main push on Rumble is politics. I know that they are, of course, pushing gaming now as well, but that's where you'll see the bigger creators is more in the politics sector, and I don't even have a problem with that either. Gaming wise, this is going to be the biggest person that they've ever had by far. Like, I'm talking like the top person probably only has a few thousand subscribers on Rumble. So
like I was trying to find a list of like the top gaming streamers. Doesn't exist. It's not a thing. So let's get into this. It's published this morning. It says, Longboat Key FLA, November 25th, 2024. Rumble, the video sharing platform and cloud services provider, today announced that Dr. Disrespect has joined Rumble and will be streaming his popular content on the platform. As part of an agreement that includes equity with milestones as a majority of its compensation, Dr. Disrespect will provide exclusive content to Rumble Premium for his Champions Club community. Dr. Disrespect will also lead Rumble Gaming, acting as an advisor and helping to build the Rumble Gaming community. So not only has he got a contract, but he's also going to be like working on Rumble as a whole and building it up, which is interesting. It goes on to say, Dr. Disrespect is one of the world's best-known online streamers, continuously in the top charts. He became known for playing Battle Royale games such as Call of Duty, H1Z1, and PUBG Battlegrounds on Twitch and YouTube. Dr. Disrespect's first stream on Rumble will be on December 2nd, 2024, so basically next week. And you can find his Rumble channel here, which we just shown. He will continue to stream his free show on Rumble with additional exclusive content available to subscribers of his community through Rumble Premium. As part of the launch of Dr. Disrespect's exclusive gaming content, Rumble will be offering a $10 discount for new subscribers to his community with the promo code VSM.
Hold up. What? $10 discount? How much does it cost to be a subscriber to him?
Yeah, that's a great question. Kay, can you check that for us, please? Because that is a great question. Rumble is in a new era, and I'm laser focused on expanding to two categories, gaming and crypto, says Rumble Chairman and CEO Chris Pawlowski. Dr. Disrespect will give a much-needed injection into our gaming category.
I'm seeing $9.99 a month on Google.
So I guess it's free the first month. Is that what they're trying to say?
Yeah, $99 a year or $9.99 a month.
They're hoping you forget. Because you still have to put your info in.
Yeah, so recharge your credit card.
The goal is to hope people forget to cancel auto renew. But that's a standard thing across everything, not just streaming services, gyms, everything.
It's not like Rumble's out to get you.
Yeah.
I will interject and say that D-Subversion saying that Mizkif was on Rumble last year. He was on there for a year. I mean, yeah, I guess he is considered a big-ish gaming creator, but again, that's another person that came in with their own platform, and I don't really see any of that sticking around to the point where I forgot that he was even on the platform. So,
yeah. You know, this whole situation's wild to me. I know we'll get to it. I'll let you finish. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Earlier this year, Rumble has launched the X handle Gaming on Rumble, which features updates and news about streaming gaming content on the platform. Now, Smash, your turn.
It's just wild to me. Like, we're talking, and I'm not one to say, like, if you fail at life or do something really fucked up that you shouldn't have a second chance, potentially. It's just, it's wild to me how the public reacts to things and how quickly the mind of a goldfish forgets, like, just how messed up some things are and just look past it because of an error in judgment on his side of things. And we never actually got the story from him, the full truth of anything. And people were just like, whatever.
Wait, hold on. He was playing chess and you were playing checkers. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that meme he put out? It was
all
4D chess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was actually to make the journalists own themselves.
But then don't forget, he was also going on saying, like, when somebody was asking him in the chat when he came back to streaming, they were like, so, like, you gonna show the receipts or whatever? And he's like, what is this, like, what did he say, 2nd or 4th grade, whatever it was, elementary school? Like, show the receipts. No. And it's like, well, I don't know. You said you talked to a minor, borderline inappropriate. We don't know the age, gender, country of origin of this minor. We know nothing. So given that, it's like,
I think it goes to the whole point of ultimately, and it's really sad because people don't ever want to hear this verbalized, but the vast majority of people out there really don't give a shit how shitty of a person you are. They just want to be entertained.
Very true. It is true.
And they don't ever want to verbalize that. They don't want to say that because it makes them feel gross and evil, but it's the reality of the numbers prove it.
Well,
and just a heads up,
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast is another one.
I think going for these huge creators never works. If you really wanted to do this, I think it makes more sense to give Geeks and Gamers a contract than it does Dr.
Oh, did you see Jeremy this morning?
Yeah, I did see all that go down.
He's not happy about this at all.
I think he's right, though. I mean, it would make more sense because they already have like Nerdrotic on there. It would make more sense.
You should have put side scrollers on there too. It's crazy to me.
Well,
should put this show on there.
Here's what it all comes down to, and we all know this, but I'm just going to say it just to make sure we're all on the same page. Follow the dollar. It's all about the money. Rumble is publicly traded. After this announcement today, it's up almost 20% from this announcement. So it's all about the news. Oh, look at this big name coming to us. It's giving our platform, ironically, legitimacy from a guy that's basically been disgraced. It's funny how it all works, and this is all a perception thing because Rumble isn't caring about growing their platform. They care about impressing the investors enough to make more money every day with it. So we need to remember that. And yes, they go hand in hand, but their priority is the investors to make more money on it, and that's the avenue behind the decision making every choice they make. So even though it sounds wild that they did this, you look at it as like, well, it's up over 17% right now. Today.
It's a smart decision for now. But
till he messages another fucking woman,
exactly,
which he's done multiple times.
Yep. And cheat on his wife, like whatever.
I would argue that actually might help. He's proven that
controversy.
It keeps, right.
He's
it's like the whole it's the modern era of MTV. Like it's just drama, more drama. It draws eyeballs. It's like, oh, what's he gonna do to screw up this time? This is crazy. I need to make sure I'm on top of this, so I'm with the trending news and can converse with my friends about what's happening. They don't care about what he did. They care about knowing what he did. That's a big difference.
I just want to preface for YouTube and everybody out there, we are saying allegedly, all information allegedly. It's all allegedly. But
Doc just needs to get into a polycule.
A what?
He needs a polycule. That's what he needs.
What's that?
What's that?
You know, multiple like you have multiple women.
Oh.
Is that like
whatever it's called?
Is that Mormon or polygamy? I don't even know.
That was
kinda,
the word.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Anyway, look, we learned more stuff today. Smash.
Except the women aren't allowed to do any. Like they only be with one guy. In the polycule, I think the women can also be with other men. So maybe he wants the Mormon version.
But I want to share Epic Mike's tweet because his was from over the weekend before it was announced, and it was just a rumor. But let me zoom in. Okay, he says, huge Rumble L. Stop signing these massive streamers that don't give a fuck about your platform. Build your own fucking communities. And I kind of have to agree with him. I do. Because like so many people.
Go ahead.
Sorry, but like so many people in this sphere, we know like some stuff is going behind the scenes with Rumble. We know that already. And yet they just completely were like, nope, never mind. We're going to go sign with Dr. Disrespect instead because he's got the bigger views and everything. But like, what happens when his contract runs out? Everyone's just going to follow him somewhere else. You should start building these communities up.
It constantly happens. I mean, Sneeko is another example. Sneeko was on there. And now, like, I mean, honestly, people were watching his clips on TikTok anyways. So it's like they weren't even really following Sneeko on Rumble. You bring these people on the platform and those audiences will stay contained to that person and then they'll leave when they're done. You need to build up your actual creators that are on your platform.
To your point, and just to piggyback off that, we've already seen this attempted and failed multiple times over with Twitch. So it's been proven to be a not functional strategy, except for people that invest are like goldfish. They're like, oh, big name, everyone's talking about this, buy, and their stock's going up today. But it's like this, like you said, long term doesn't ever pan out.
They always like Sneeko. Didn't he leave Rumble and go to Kick?
I don't know. I've seen him like debate back and forth, and he loves Rumble, and then he has an issue with Rumble one day, and then all this stuff. So
there's the rumor with Aiden Ross too, right? Going to Rumble now too. That are talking about that, from what I'm understanding. But
they're all playing contract games at this point, right? They all know that they have options, so they're just playing this game of no
David
loyalty.
Freeman said, "Remember Mixer."
Yeah,
it's like remember them? They assigned everyone, spent how much million?
D-Live, remember D-Live?
Yep.
I think D-Live is actually still there, but nobody's on there.
Yeah, D-Live.
But all the money wasted, just blown, just to impress investors. It doesn't actually sustain a platform.
I want to see them invest in the platform themselves, not just in like the creators that are already there. And I've heard that they might be doing another creator program, but just also in the way that the user experience is. This is a thing I've been advocating for a lot. Is like, I think the user experience needs a lot of work. Discoverability is really rough on Rumble. If you're trying to just post regular videos, you're not going to get any traction. It's a live stream platform at this point, but they're trying to advertise themselves as like a jack of all trades. I think they need to work on that. There's one thing that I'm very passionate about that I speak about all the time, and I get tons of pushback, is that Rumble actually does censor people, but they censor people in their chat. So streamers don't care because they can say whatever they want and they're happy. But in the actual chat, there are words that are preset in there that you can't say. What it does is you write the word in, and then it looks like it shows up like on your end. But if you were to refresh, it's gone, and no one sees it on the other end.
Like
so
what
it
word?
seems like it went through. I'll give you a word, cock, for example.
Oh,
cock gets censored. You can say it on my YouTube chat, my Twitch chat, anywhere. Twitch will just say, "Are you sure you're okay with that?" Yeah. Rumble will be like, you said a word, it's just disappeared, and no one will see it, but it looks like.
All right.
Oh, they're censoring the chat
please
now.
type the word cock. Rumble chat. Please write that word.
Rumble's chat used to be the Wild West. That's what was kind of fun about it. Like, you could say whatever you wanted. Like,
what if
but
you
now
were
that
a
it's
farmer
changed?
doing a farmer stream and talking about your roosters? Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
there's
genuine question, by the way.
No, I know. There's they don't disclose the list. Here's the problem. They don't disclose the list at all. Me and a bunch of other people have pushed back and been like, when are you fixing this? And like, they kind of hum and haw around it. There's random words. And so a bunch of us have discovered a few on our own. For example, kill was a part of that for a while. Obviously, like,
what if you're playing a first-person shooter?
Yeah, for gamers, it makes complete
kill,
sense. Exactly. Triple X was one that was blocked at one point. So they layered on their technology from other stuff, as far as I'm aware, and that's part of it. And the excuse I used to get all the time was like, oh, well, we're a small team and we're trying our best and we're trying to build. I've been at this for like a year and a half at this point. And now I just get ignored. So I'm like, okay, cool. So the chat censorship is still there. Sometimes they'll randomly fix it, but usually
it's
not.
so dumb because people just use different, like, look at the chat going on right now where they're saying like retarded with a number 3 with the E. It's like, there's ways around it. So it's so stupid to even bother with trying to censor. Just let people say what they're going to say. Why?
Well, they used to. That's why I didn't know that they were censoring words.
Yeah,
now.
I didn't either.
Like I said, in the beginning, you could say whatever the hell you wanted in their chat. Like, I used to see, like, it was like old internet. And
So I'm actually looking at the Rumble. Sorry, Flash. I'm looking at the Rumble chat, and you can't say the word cock, but you can say TOGAF spelled backwards. You know, the gamer word, F-A-G-G.
Exactly, yeah.
You can say that, no problem. So it makes no sense.
It's baked in as far as I'm aware. That's what I've been told. And then it's been a back and forth of like, who's responsible for fixing this? Can you guys fix this? And then, yeah, I can fix it, or no, I can't fix it. And like, there's been no like solid answer to me. Listen, if you're going to advertise yourself as a free speech platform, and I love Rumble for the record, I'm not even someone who's like a detractor hater. I want them to succeed because I love free speech and I want there to be competition. But if you're going to censor chat, then you're not a free speech platform. I don't care what I can say as a streamer if the other end can't say it back to me. That's what pisses me off about it, is that it's like, it's only one way. You're not a free speech platform, and all you do is advertise yourself as a free speech platform when people can say more on YouTube and Twitch sometimes.
And to your point, Melee, if you're a creator and you can say those things freely, it's almost taking away your freedom as a creator to have an open discourse with people. They're limiting the freedom of speech for everyone on your own channel. So it's really not. And to your point too, I wanted to just piggyback off the earlier thing. They really need to, instead of investing in Dr. Disrespect, invest in their platform, because ever since YouTube did some stuff to my channel that raised my eyebrow and made me a little bit concerned for the future of my channel, I started uploading on Rumble as well, on my Rumble channel. And the interface is such a shit show. I'm like, it needs so much improvement. It really does. It's so confusing. And this is I live in this world, and it's confusing to me. I'm like, I could only imagine someone just coming to the platform for the first time being like, what is even happening here? Where do I click? What do I do? What's going on? It's a mess. It's a mess.
So I want to continue sharing some reactions to, Dr. Disrespect. And so I actually shared, I just commented on the Rumble tweet itself, and all I had said was, but I had this guy just try to out me, and I'm gonna out him because I can do that on a platform. So here we go. He says, YouTube and Twitch are cucks. At least Rumble Video is offering alternatives. The doc situation is over. He flirted with a 17-year-old that's from a country where she's well above age. Not cute, but not criminal either. I'm actually surprised y'all don't support independent platforms. So here's my rebuttal. 1, we know nothing about the minor.
True.
We know
we don't know
nothing.
the age.
There's a lot of assumptions being made there.
Yes.
That age came from some document that was never verified from anything. We have no idea how old that girl is, so I don't know why that 17-year-old thing goes. Number 2, I'm sorry, but I don't know how old he is. He looks like he's probably about 40.
Yeah,
it's just weird to see a 40-year-old man messaging teenagers.
Yes.
Even if it isn't illegal, I automatically think, I'm like, what? Okay, your judgment here is kind of fucked.
Yes. And
he could. I'm not going to get too hard into it. I just think it's irresponsible.
Yes, I agree. I think it is irresponsible of Rumble, and I will go on with that more. But then I also want to respond to this dum-dum here named My Back Hurts. I post every single thing that I have on YouTube on Rumble, because Rumble no longer has that sync system anymore. I manually put everything up there. I spend hours every week syncing everything, because I have shorts go on at least 2 to 3 times a day, right? Every single thing I do on YouTube is mirrored on Rumble. I spend hours and hours there. I get 0 traction on Rumble. It is not for small content creators. And like Kay said, it's all about live streaming. All I get on my videos, which are the exact same thing on YouTube that actually do well, are bots. Bots. So when people are upset about Rumble hiring this massive guy, it's like, well, what are you going to do about all this stuff that's going on now with tiny YouTubers and tiny Rumble channels that just don't grow because they're not political or whatever? Because that seems to be the huge thing that Rumble is only about. And I know they're trying to branch out, but it just doesn't work.
Let me interrupt you real quick, just give you my perspective. My videos on YouTube have been blowing up as of lately. I'm getting over 100,000 views on almost every video I put out there now. And I put those same videos on Rumble, and they're getting 50, not 50,000. 50.
Yep. It's ridiculous.
I'm like, there's a disconnect here.
Well, if you had a contract, then they'd get boosted.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Well, therein lies the problem. That it's not ideal.
Like I was saying, I like Rumble because I think it's a great idea. Competition is always the best. It improves everything. It's great. But when all these small Rumble creators who are there for years on end, and other ones too are like, yes, sign me up. I want to be on. And you're saying maybe, and then you back out and you go for Dr. Disrespect. Well, it's clear you don't actually give a shit, in my opinion. That's how I see it. Now, I did want to ask you guys this question because I tweeted this out and I get a lot of different responses. So at the time of tweeting this, I don't know if Rumble said anything yet because I haven't seen anything. But do you think Rumble should talk about the doc allegations since they just signed a massive guy who's got allegations behind him? It's questionable behavior. Do you think they should say anything or just move forward?
That's a great point.
I don't.
Before we even answer that, can I ask a preemptive question.
Sure.
Do you think that Rumble did their due diligence in vetting this and finding out exactly what transpired, how old the person was, found out what the chat logs were? No, because this is millions upon millions upon millions of dollars.
Well, he wasn't
I
charged
hope
with
they
anything.
did that. What's that?
He wasn't charged with anything. Like, I don't think allegations should ruin anybody.
No, for sure.
No,
but
no,
like,
but if you're going to
when
be
you admit
giving
it,
a multi-million dollar
but I
contract,
do think what he did, because he admitted he did it, is irresponsible, but he didn't commit any crimes.
but if you're like Flash, if you're going to hire someone for millions and millions of dollars, you would want to know how many times the guy pees during the day.
Yeah, I would want to make sure my investment was going to a good place. Absolutely.
So that being said, before we even go to Blab's question, do you think they vetted him fully and know everything?
well, I don't think they
would sure
can
hope
legally
so.
do that because like those things were signed with Twitch, right? So I don't. Does Rumble have the access?
They
do
might not
that?
have the access or authority, but I'm just saying from a company to a person saying, hey, we're considering signing you, but in order for us to give you the contract, we need you to provide us all the proof, evidence, and information first, and then we will take that in, vet it with our lawyers, make sure everything's cool, and then come back to you? Or do you think they're just like, fuck it, he never was charged with anything, we can just fly by the seat
I
of
would
our
like
pants
to
and
say I hope so, but like look at all the Mr. Beast stuff.
Mhm.
So I don't
It's
know.
tough.
That's a tough
This
one.
is tough because I don't think the platform should have to answer for him necessarily. You know, like we've said, there's nothing. This is all alleged right now, right? So I'm
have
very
to answer
pro free
for him.
speech.
If they're
So
reaping the benefits and rewards of signing him, they should now have to answer for him when shit goes wrong. You can't have all the good without the bad.
yeah, I get the argument for it because at this point you're paying him. He's pretty much a brand representative. So now you're in a totally different ball game.
Exactly.
I just don't like the idea of platforms being so invested in like what their creators do in their free time. That's the other thing that I don't like.
Well, that goes back to what Jeremy was saying with not signing. Like, this is a bad idea to do.
I don't think it was a good idea. Like, for the record, I think this is not the person you sign because now this is always going to be on Rumble's back. Now you always have to defend these allegations on top of already having to rail against the system. Like, this just doesn't seem like the right move in general for me. I just also don't feel like platforms should be like obsessing over all of their content creators either.
No, that's fair. But like you gotta think about it. So Rumble is very known for politics. And now they have Dr. Disrespect, like him or hate him or whatever, he does have this history now, this like giant drama. I don't really feel like this is very beneficial to their brand where they're trying like, we're gonna go for gaming. It's like, but the first big time massive streamer you get is this guy who's basically fallen from grace.
And extremely controversial.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And again, we still don't know like what the messages were. We don't know anything. We know nothing, right? So like this is all like speculation. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about. But I've been looking at like the reactions on YouTube. I mean Twitter, I should say. Now we'll just share them. We'll go over. They signed Diddy too. That's not the best one.
It's a
you know
PR
what?
disaster,
You know what's sad
man.
about that? If they knew that they could make a net positive financially, they would sign Diddy. That's what's really sad about that. Think about that for a second.
Yikes. Yikes.
I think they're opening themselves up to what you're saying, Smash, because by them doing this, now you saying that it's like not completely out of the realm of possibility anymore. Whereas I think more people would have given them the benefit of the doubt before this. I just go back to like there's so many different gaming creators you could have signed, and I'm not even saying you have to sign a small creator. Like there's so many big gaming creators too. It's just a really strange person to have as your big flagship person when it's so controversial. And like I said, you're going to have to fight all of this now. You're going to have to keep defending all this now.
It's rewarding and reinforcing bad behavior, and it's not a good direction for society. I think that's the negative. It's not a jealousy thing, because I honestly don't give a shit, nor do I ever intend to exclusively stream on Rumble ever. If they were to offer me a contract, I'd of course I'd look at it and be like, everyone's got a price, $1 million man. But realistically, no. The problem is they are promoting someone that has had a lot of transgressions and questionable things surrounding them, and it's almost like a failing upward situation that is frustrating a lot of people.
Yep. We have some more reactions. That's an L for Rumble. Never went pro because he prefers the money.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, rough. But yeah, so there's a lot of reactions. Welcome to Rumble.
Oh, fuck off, Action
Man. That's not very good.
That's what I'm saying. You're giving ammo to these people by doing this. Like, even
Mm-hmm.
regardless of anything, you're just giving ammo.
So he
So many better
declines-
choices.
So he declines signing with one problematic platform, but then signs to the other problematic platform. Got it. So yeah, it's very mixed.
He is still pretty big. I think he still gets like 25,000 people watching him. I get what they're doing. They want to bring all that over there, but
one of my best friends has loved him for years, and all this stuff happened, and he's like, "Oh, that's so weird," but man, he's still so good. I love what he streams. He's so entertaining. Like, he doesn't give a shit.
He is, but
yeah,
I don't like what happened with that DM thing. I'm not saying anybody doesn't have to watch him or anything. I think there was some really bad decision.
It goes more to the point where people really don't care. They just want to be entertained. It just goes back to that.
Yep. I mean, look at Mr. Beast. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Isn't he suing somebody or whatever? And it's like, well, nobody actually cares anymore because like they just want to watch his YouTube videos anyway.
Right.
I did refresh Dr. Disrespect, and he's currently at 11.6k followers, so he is going up pretty fast.
Wow.
This morning he was at like 3k when I checked. And ironically, when I checked his Twitter account like before 2 hours when we went live, so like 10 a.m. Eastern, there was like nothing on his account about Rumble or anything. He still had his YouTube link in his profile. But about an hour and a half or so before we went live, so I honestly
I just feel like the money they probably gave him, they could have signed like Geeks and Gamers and a bunch of other. Like,
and they haven't even
disclosed
disclosed the amount either, which I've been trying to find. There's no
I'm sure
disclosure
it's
of
big.
money.
You're not going to get that money.
No.
You're not going to get it. It's a private contract.
He has made some videos. There are Rumble videos on his Twitter, basically promoting that he's now on Rumble. I'm not going to play the audio because obviously we might get hit. But yeah, his Rumble account is now on his Twitter bio and everything. And it's all been changed as of we're live. So there's that for you guys. Any final thoughts on the Doc being side with Rumble K?
Do we know how long the contract is? I know that we don't know the money, but
probably
we
a year.
We don't know any of
My
that.
guess is a year because I think similar contracts, that's usually the time. But who knows?
That's wild.
Mm.
If it's just a year, because he would just take the money and run. Like what?
That's happened before.
But this has literally happened on Rumble. Like,
it's
people will have their
before.
contract and then they'll go.
It
And it's
runs
not just
out.
Rumble. Like, Kick does this too. So
Yeah.
I'm not even saying it's just Rumble, but they're the ones that are the topic of the conversation here. Yeah.
I think what needs to be discussed, that we're the elephant in the room, that the problem is that no one ever talks about, is the real challenge to compete with YouTube is the parent company of YouTube is Google. They can prioritize the search results. And until government, and I would never advocate for this typically, but until government intervention comes in and breaks up Google and says you cannot prioritize your own platform on the main search engine, there will never be fair competition. That's the real problem. It's not about
That's true.
who they're hiring, who they're signing. This is like, we're talking about like meaningless stuff in the grand scheme. The real problem is the monopoly of Google right now. But parting thoughts is like opening a can of worms with that one.
Okay, final thoughts on Doc and Rumble.
It's an interesting move, bold move. Let's see how it goes, Rumble. I mean, again, I'm not fully against this guy being on the platform or anything at this point, but you could have picked a lot of people that would have brought you a lot less controversy, and maybe that's what you want. That's fine. I hope it, gets you success, but it's a very interesting move, and you're going to have to combat a lot of different things now for doing it. Please, at some point, take your money and invest more in your user experience. That's the only thing I have to say. There's a lot of people begging for it. If you don't have your users enjoying the experience, no one's going to stick around. They're going to come for the creator that they're, showing up for, and then they'll leave. That's it. Make it so that Rumble is a great place for users to watch videos and for people to gain traction through the algorithm as well.
And Flash, final thoughts.
Should have used the money you used to sign him to fix your platform better.
Yeah. Smash.
I will just say the market cap of Rumble right now is over $2 billion with a B, $1 billion for Rumble. So they can probably take a hit and survive it. But yeah, back to what Melee and Flash is saying, use some of that money to make your platform better.
Yeah, I keep hearing it got better, but last time I checked, you still have to use a plug-in to check your super chats, which is fucking ridiculous. You should be able to go into the and that pisses me off more than just, making it hard to see the money. It's bullshit that someone that sent some money is maybe not going to get their chat read because you have no way to find it.
It's very difficult.
No way to find it. And that's still been a problem for over 2 years. How is that not fixed?
Yikes.
Yeah, it would be great to have StreamYards have everything all together and consolidated.
You know why it's not fixed? Here's your answer. Rumble, founded in 2013, headquartered in Florida. Number of employees, 158.
Is that bad?
It's a $2 billion company. They have 158 employers.
Well, this is the main argument that Rumble makes, is that they're a very small team, so everything is kind of slow building, right? So they just have to prioritize things properly. In my opinion, you have enough traction now. You have to try to make the platform better, or else people aren't going to stick around. So I get what you're saying, Smash. Yeah, it is a pretty small team for the size of the company. Absolutely. But they've had a lot of time now to sit and think, and they get enough attention. They should be focusing on making the platform better so people want to stick around.
Right.
All right, let me hit up all these Rumble rants because I've been holding off since they've been mostly to do with Dr. Disrespect. So, by the way, are you guys all good to go around? We still have another big topic to discuss. Everyone's okay? Okay, awesome.
I was going to go check on one thing. I'll be right back.
Okay. Switzerland Play IT says, I disrespected on Rumble before it was cool. I Can says, what did you do with Craig's body? I buried it. I asked Josiah and Mike to help with the shoveling. Reagan Knight says, I think the Rumble deal is a win right now. I talked about it on my channel, and his viewers jumped into my stream and chatting with me an hour after the announcement, and my views and engagement were up. Well, I'm glad for you. That's awesome. Mark of Reality says, so basically Blabs like hairy little naked people. Noted. No, I like the rest little trolls, man. Mark of Reality also says, Elon's trolling of MSNBC is just awesome. Abomination says, you can't expect platforms to just create their own communities. It's up to the creators. A big problem I ran into was YouTubers who weren't on other platforms were getting ripped off by fakes who steal. Oh, that's something to think about too. How are they going to control all the fake shit going out there, pretending to be other platforms? Interesting. John Kanji says, big bad words. Can't say that. Big Fids Plays says Rumble would benefit from enhancing its search engine capabilities and improving its keyword and tag search functionality. That's a huge thing.
Yes.
So a couple of months ago, I had tweeted out saying that my search on my own stuff was broken. Like when you go and search your own content, I couldn't find the titles, and I was using the exact same titles because I have it from YouTube, right? I can just copy and paste. I can't find my own videos. It would go to like page 4 to find that video. So I remember tweeting it out, and Rumble Rick, who follows me, said, we're working on getting it fixed. And it was fixed for a certain amount of time, but I tried searching for a video like on my own back end of Rumble. I had to scroll again 4 pages to find that video, even if I typed it in saying, this is my video on my own content, on my own settings. It doesn't show up. So again, it's broken. It's like, you're really, really not like making me feel very positive and welcome on this page when I don't grow, I get bots, and I can't even find my own shit in my own settings. Just saying. But yes, you're right, Big Fits. All right, let me scroll. Big Fits also says, Rumble appears to be moderating content to align with advertiser preferences and meet investor expectations. Thank you. Mongoose says, so these fucking beeps want to make this a gaming platform but won't allow gaming words.
Like, here's a really good example. I went to Rumble. I went to the Rumble front page and just clicked live. Like, you have 1,000 people, over 1,000 people watching it over there. But for some reason on the little front page, like My Christmas Radio TV Live with a total of 4 banging viewers is on there and you're not. Like, shouldn't the top streamer be on this? Like right in the top row?
Yep. Yeah, they need a lot of work. And like people are like, "Ah, you're shitting on Rumble." I'm really not. I'm just giving fair criticism because I want this platform to succeed. Otherwise, what's the point of me wasting my hours on it, right?
I clicked the live thing. I don't even see you on here.
Are we under like gaming? Like it should be under
I just
gaming.
went to live where you should be because you're live.
Weird.
I'm on page 2 now. You're still not on there.
Well, we are live.
I don't know if
Page
it's
3.
still so. Editor picks and all this stuff used to be manual. I don't know if there's updates
It's
to that,
I
but
just loaded
used
it
to
up.
be.
It's the second thing for me.
Oh, you got okay. For me, it wasn't.
So I got first thing is the quartering, second thing side scrollers, third thing Ben Shapiro, fourth thing Russell Brand, fifth thing the Charlie Kirk Show.
That's
So
so
the
weird.
the Dan Bongino radio show, and then Polar Play with one person, just testing with 6 people.
Just testing.
Well, it's working. Abomination says a while ago, people are pointing out that platforms are extremely lazy and opt for some common banned words list, which is outdated, and no one even knows what it blocks or not. They don't care enough. Interesting.
Well, the annoying thing about the whole banning certain words thing is once you start going down that road, it just starts limiting speech. And then people start getting offended by other words that aren't offensive. And then they start banning those words. And it's a way to control how people talk and narrate the direction. It's like, how about we just let people talk? Huh? How about wild theory? I know, crazy, but why not just let people talk?
And by the way, the main defense is, well, I haven't heard this from a Rumble official person. This is the people defending Rumble is, well, what about the App Store? They'll get in trouble on the App Store if they allow any words on it. I'm like, well, you can. I'm not saying YouTube and Twitch allow all words. I don't believe that for a second. But some of the words that are being blocked are used on YouTube with no problem. That's my issue. And regardless, Rumble is the type of company that would rail against the government and stand up and free speech, but then you're afraid of an app store. It doesn't make sense to me.
That's something that needs politics involved, government intervention to be like, you cannot, like, they need to go to Apple or Google. If it's the App Store, if you're talking about the Google store, they own YouTube, so they can make their own rules that fit their own agenda. Again, but the government, and I hate advocating for government intervention, but when it gets to points like this, someone needs to come in and be like, no, you can't limit what people say. And we, the government, will protect you against lawsuits because we will say, no, people are allowed to say things. The problem is they're saying, okay, you can impose these rules, and it's checkered. Like some places they allow it, then other places they don't. It doesn't make any sense. It's not uniform across the board.
Big Fitz Play says, I've been hearing that he is being signed to Rumble, but also as advisor. Yes, that is what we said before. He is going to be advising it too. The Brewer That Do says, if Doc brings viewers with him, then signing with him is good for Rumble and its other creators. Perhaps in the short run? Well, maybe with hope in the long run too. All right, let me get the ones that were for this topic. Rumble is a platform. YouTube is a publisher. Good point. I should start a Rumble account and start doing videos there. I can show women how to get the last of the ketchup out of the glass bottle. Oh boy. Matthew says, did they get Doc for a discount? Let's see. I think, okay, Matthew says, Rumble fears investor loss and seeks to avoid statements that might deter investment. That means people in chat as well. All right, and I think I got everybody on YouTube. Oh, no, here we go. Never ever even heard of Dr. Disrespect, really, but I don't watch people play games. That's fair.
I watch Az play games. It's like one of the few I watch.
It's all about the short term for these investors. Yeah, it seems that way. And
I watch Hypnotic play games. There you go. Hypnotic wanted a shout out. So
Hypnotic.
I've watched him play Dragon Age with that McDuggins character. That was pretty funny.
That was hysterical.
Rebound says, shadow banning stuff must be the most malignant idea big tech ever conceived. Censoring someone without their knowledge is uber dystopian. I agree.
Disgusting stuff.
All right, so I think we're caught up specifically on the Doc's super chat. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, local Spoon Ninja over there. Let us go to Sony PlayStation because why not? They just really, really like to dig their holes in this, and I don't know why it's being funny, but Sony reportedly testing new PlayStation handheld to rival Nintendo Switch, which I think that's just laughable at best. But let's go. It says, so let me zoom in for you guys, actually. Zoom. Okay. Sony is reportedly testing a new PlayStation handheld console that would directly compete with the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo has always had the handheld gaming market cornered. The juggernaut gaming company has had few competitors over the years, as the Game Boy, Nintendo DS, and most recently the Switch have all but dominated the portable market. Try as they might, others, including Sony in past generations, haven't been able to stay afloat for long. However, a new Bloomberg report revealed that Sony is reportedly testing out a brand new PlayStation handheld, one that will be a direct competitor to Switch. So before I get into it, thoughts, guys, on that?
Yeah, they're going to give it the same kind of support they gave Vita, then I'm out.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking about.
Flash
the Vita deserved better. Yeah.
I had a Vita. It's fucking great, and they never supported it. So fuck that. I'm not buying another one just to get stabbed in the back. Just like PSP was okay. They actually gave that one a little bit of support, but Vita, man, it's like they just put it out to die.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a great handheld.
The Vita had a chance to really take the reins, and they just moved on to a different. What was it? PS4 at the time. They're just like, let's focus on this.
Yeah, they just dumped it.
Yep.
So
the only thing that kept Vita going were indie games.
Yes, and I would almost argue it's at the point right now, ironically, where Sony and Microsoft need to just concede the handheld market to Nintendo and be like, fine, we'll just make our games for you got it. We don't need a competitor to this. You guys are doing it right. The Switch 2 is going to own, we already know. So what are we even doing? And that's in addition to this, Blabs, there's been rumors that Microsoft has been trying to do something like this for years now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just Sony doing it; it's Microsoft as well working behind
even
the scenes.
Steam with their new Steam Deck or other stuff too, and other controllers. So they're really all trying to get in on that. And I don't think
it's not just Steam too. We have how many? What are the other ones? Why would I buy the Microsoft
one when others I can play their games on?
When others
Steam
do it
Deck
better,
right.
All these other platforms because they don't believe in having one platform.
Microsoft shot themselves in the foot with that whole strategy. It's like you need your own platform if you want people to buy your platform. Otherwise, like for me, I never bought a Series X because I had a computer and all the first party games from Microsoft I just play on my computer. Why would I buy a Series X?
Yeah,
my poor X is over there. Well, actually, it's an SX or whatever it was. It's an Xbox One S, I think. Well, maybe not.
Is it white or black?
It's white. So it's the S.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, still, I don't use it anymore. It holds my Nintendo Switch for me. Sorry, buddy.
You're never going to beat Nintendo at the handheld game.
You can't.
Ever.
You can't. You can't.
And they're saying that this handheld is reportedly still years away. So this is going to be after the Switch 2 is released, which we don't know a whole lot about that.
Years away and then dumped in one.
Yeah,
and the rumors that I've heard recently is that the Switch 2 is going to be announced in January and released in March.
That's what I'm hearing.
The latest
March.
rumor.
Let's go.
So,
but
can't wait for Switch 2. That we need one.
Oh my God, it's like a year overdue at least.
Some of the games are chugging. Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Echoes was chugging.
Brothership has frame rate problems. Echoes had frame rate problems.
I haven't had any issues with Echoes. I played it last night.
Here and there I did. It didn't ruin the game for me, but once in a while there was the game's chugged. And I guarantee you Echoes will run flawlessly on Switch 2.
Oh yeah.
Well, the final news for today, which does tie into everything we were talking about, and it's actually, I'm kind of annoyed by this. Xbox is making big changes to avatars in January 2025.
Let me guess, more androgynous. Go ahead.
No.
No, they already did that in 2017, actually.
Yeah. This is what they look like right now. But like mine was actually cute. I gave mine a little witch hat and everything, and she had like a ring just like I do and everything. It was great. But now, on January 9th, the app that features the avatars for Xbox will no longer be available. If you created an avatar using the app, it'll also no longer exist, along with any items that you may have purchased.
That's messed up.
So before you freak out, though, they do
you will
say
own nothing.
That you will be fully refunded on everything that you bought on the app. So you are getting refunded, just so everyone knows. But for me, I think that's pretty shitty because I actually liked the little avatars. I thought they were adorable. And it's
specifically as of November 1st, 2023, though. So anything before that, I don't think you're getting anything for.
Oh.
Well, I think that's when they
Is that when
opened
they
the new version of it? Yeah.
These avatar things, it's like the only
Because
reason
everything was free when I made my avatar years ago. So I'm guessing when they did the store for the avatar, I'm assuming, since I haven't used it.
This is very telling that nobody gave a shit about it and nobody
No.
bought anything. If
Well,
they're like, "Oh, we're refunding everyone," it's like that means nobody, like literally nobody bought it.
Well, it says it right here. Microsoft says the reasoning is due to low engagement with the program, which allows Team Xbox to focus on delivering other player experiences instead. If you happen to have bought any items for your avatar since November 2023, you should be getting an automatic refund of them after the Xbox Avatar Editor app has been removed.
So I don't know if they fully clarified in that article, but there is, I believe, 2 different versions. There's the original 360 version, which is what we're all familiar with, and then the newer version that came later.
Yeah, I can clarify that. So it says avatars aren't going away entirely, however. This is where it gets confusing. The Xbox original Avatars app will still remain after January 9th, with some concerns the OG version of avatars that were introduced back in 2008. These are still usable on Xbox 360 and in certain games like Doritos Crash Course, and that will continue for the foreseeable future. But don't you like how they say foreseeable future, meaning that they might just take it away too? There's always that possibility. So yeah, basically all these little guys, they're going to go far, far away and you'll never be able to have them again. So what they're recommending is that you take your screenshots and your photos of all your avatars before the new year, or else they're gone forever. So I guess I have to boot up my Xbox now to save my little witch.
The whole thing with the avatars for me was like they didn't utilize them enough for me to care about them. Like it's not that I thought they were dumb. I'm like, I thought it was a good idea, but then it just never got utilized. So
just
why
a
do I
me
care?
rip off.
Yeah. It was.
And now that that's not relevant anymore, they're going to get rid of it.
Yep.
So this is what they're saying, to continue on. It says, we're dedicated to delivering great experiences for players, offering a variety of options to personalize their experience with Xbox. Players can choose from dynamic backgrounds and profile colors on Xbox consoles and customize their Xbox original avatar, profile themes, and gamer picks on both Xbox consoles and PC. Earlier this month, we also introduced a new feature that allows players to move easily, create gamer picks for their achievement, art, or screenshots, and zoom and crop images when setting the home background on their console. And honestly, that sounds more like personalized for the person, because you can go and make your backgrounds and show off your achievements as your icon and stuff. So it makes sense to replace the avatar no one really cared about.
Can I just say something that's probably going to be not controversial, but expected when it comes out of Microsoft? Potentially getting rid of this as a preemptive strike to, and tell me if I'm wrong here. Did the original avatars allow you to choose male, female?
I wouldn't know.
So I don't know about that part in particular. I would assume so. What I do know is that around I think it was E3 2017, 2018, they made it so that the clothes were now androgynous, so that they could go on either gender. Whereas before it would be there was male clothes and there was female clothes. So they definitely were trying to streamline it and make it more politically correct.
And the timing of that is fascinating, because that's something we did a deep dive on my channel the other day about the where was it? The head of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. I don't have it up right now anymore, but that person is in charge of pushing the whole DEI stuff, and they have infinite money behind them. And obviously coming from Microsoft, pushing that. And it all started around 2017, 2018 with this person. And now moving forward to here we are and the results of it. And you have to wonder if now they're trying to slowly, flashy thingy, you guys with the Men in Black thing that never happened. You never.
Oh yeah, memory wipe.
Yep. And then they're going to bring it back, and it's just going to be fully androgynous 2 years from now in the new system.
Man. So yeah, I'm Microsoft. What else can you say about that?
Ruining the nuclear family one day at a time. Yes. Microsoft.
So I know Flash has to bounce real fast, so we'll just do one quick hit. So, the other day, Star Wars Outlaws was released, and it was doing absolutely terrible, and we were like, well, let's just see over the weekend. Perhaps it'll do a little bit better once people have the time to play. Well, no. It did not do well. This is all-time peak, 2,492 on Steam.
About $200,000.
Yeah. Now remember, this has also been released on Ubisoft, so people who want to play it right off the get-go are playing on Ubisoft. This is just Steam for clarification. But no, this is doing absolute garbage, and the game is on a massive sale. Now you gotta wonder if that's because like Black Friday or because this game is doing horrible. But yeah, you can buy Star Wars Outlaws 25% off minimum. Woohoo!
So they've made around $200,000 something on this game on Steam. Congratulations.
Wow.
Ubisoft really just recouping those numbers.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. So shout out Star Wars Outlaws. Kay, you got any thoughts on that?
Again, I said this last week. I'll say it again. The numbers don't surprise me. One, because the game apparently wasn't that great. I mean, I've seen enough of it to know that just watching the stormtroopers shoot at the wall when you're like running at them was just insane to me. But on top of that, also, people have already bought this on console. This is more for console people, so I'm not surprised.
Kind of related to this, I don't know if you saw, John F. Trent on Fandom Pulse this morning posted a story saying Ubisoft Insider alleges that company wants Steam to remove concurrent player accounts to hide its features. The insider told us that Ubisoft and other companies want to pressure Steam to stop Steam Tracker from giving out info they want to keep themselves. They want to be able to present findings to investors so they can make it sound good. And they're not a big fan of YouTubers showing everyone just how poorly the games are performing.
I mean, I feel like it's unsurprising, but also that's just, a rumor. We don't know if that's true or not.
It's a rumor we don't know, but I mean, it goes in line with it. We're all pushing for more transparency. And it seems like every time we push for more transparency, they're trying to take that away from people. So who do you think the good guys are here?
Yeah, it's
not
the same,
them.
It's the same thing that happened with dislikes and likes on YouTube.
That was Disney, right?
Well, we don't know who exactly did it. There's rumors
We
that there was
don't
calls
know.
from Biden because they're like the White House streams were getting disliked to hell.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point.
And I'm sure the Hollywood people, they probably were on board too, because I mean look at Snow White. Snow White has 1.4 million dislikes, doesn't even have 100,000 likes on that trailer. That's not good.
And
so if they get rid of that, that's great for them.
We never got a reason why it was removed. Like it was just removed and they just made up some bullshit thing. Like what was the reason it was removed?
I don't know.
Was that because of Ghostbusters?
Oh, it helps smaller creators apparently is what I think that was the spin.
I thought they removed like you're talking about like a dislike button, right?
I swear it was because of a movie or something.
I thought it was due to the election too, 2016, and like certain Disney movies like Captain Marvel and all that.
Yeah.
It was the dumbest thing ever. Like, why remove it? I still don't have a reason.
Nope. No one's gonna give you a reason because we don't know. All right. With that said, Flash, I know you got to bounce. So before I hit up Super Chats, I'll give you the outsies. Where can people find you?
I'm at Yellow Flash 2 and on social media at Yellow Flash Guy.
All right. Smash, are you good to go, or do you got to bounce as well?
I should probably bounce as well because I need to start getting to these videos because otherwise my day's gonna get away from me.
Yeah. All right. Where can the people find you?
SmashJT.com or YouTube.com/SmashJT. Always a pleasure. This is great. You guys are awesome. What an awesome group. Love you guys.
Thank you for joining us today, both you and Flash. All right, guys, you can find the Jen's descriptions in the links below. Otherwise, Kay and I'm going to continue with these super chats. So thanks, guys, so much, and I will see you guys next time. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, guys.
You too.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Later.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
All right. Let us go. It is now you and me. It is the females, the femme fatales.
It's side scroll hers once again.
Yeah. Oh, and tomorrow, by the way, guys, we have Razor Fist and Kongman Lee, unless Razor Fist dies. All right. Dwight Power says the COD lobby clip was the first episode I watched. I knew from then it was my kind of show. You are welcome. Taker says, I always thought the big Carls Juniors could be a term you'd find in Urban Dictionary. Did you guys ever see XQC attempt the worm? Hilarious. No, I don't fucking pay attention to XQC. Chat, this is crazy chat. Anyway, Tanushi says, I used to have Action 52 as an Xmas present. Recapacitators in the cart melted some years later.
Oh my god. That game was bad, guys. It was bad.
It's all Doggin Games. There's a Commodore 64 game released in 1983 that was a chicken sim named Cocoon. So much for me streaming Commodore 64 and Rumble. Hashtag your loss, Rumble. Redneck Gunnar Moss says, oh, so Doc is going to advise them, so anyone who want to get promoted, just let Doc edge you on cam while you're dressed as a woman. Ah, fair point. Mercy says, so according to Blabs, Sony and Jaguar boss joining. What? I never said that. Deep Fryer says, PlayStation Portal was awful, yet more instances of Sony money hating games to keep them off other systems and platforms.
Many such cases.
Emu Baton says, during the ABK acquisition, I recall Sony arguing that Nintendo isn't even competition, so why are they trying to rival something that isn't anything? Great point. Grilled Cheese Warlock, what a name, what a stellar name, says, what will we play on the new PlayStation, or PSP, I should say. Let us Portable, Horizon, Last of Us, not Let Us. Last of Us, Portable, Horizon, God of War, Loki Adventure, Spider-Man More Miles, no thanks, no.
Bring back those Star Wars games that were on Portable. They were kind of bad, but
You'll have no exclusives. And A says, Melee, you're into wrestling, right? I still miss Big E. That bump a few years ago back was gnarly. I'm glad he survived. It sucks it ended his career.
That was brutal to watch. I had to look away. That poor man. I'm so glad he's alive. That looked like it could have ended his life. But I hope he goes on commentary and stuff more often. He was the best part of New Day. I miss that man.
And then Spoon Ninja for $1. Thank you for all the memes, Spoon Ninja. He says, you'd think that using the internet people would realize there are so many different people in the world. It's so odd that people don't see that. It's sad. I agree. All right, reminder, guys, that I cannot see direct donations. A reminder, I cannot see direct donations. Blame Craig in aisle number 5. All right, so with that in mind, tomorrow we have Razor Fist. Obviously, Kay is coming back, and Kongwin Lee. So, Kay, where can the people find you?
I am Melee K, one half of Melee Games, and you can find me on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, pretty much everywhere on the internet, Twitter, under Melee Games. And thanks for having me this week as well, Blabs. It's been fun already.
Thank you for saving my ass. All right, Deb says, speaking of body type A and B, did you see how Dragon Quest III put it in, but left it gendered armor like a leather dress for only female characters? Oops! No, I did not see that. Thank you for sharing that. All right, guys. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. Make sure you guys give a thumbs up, and if you're new, consider subscribing for more content. All right. People gonna try to keep it down. Don't let them. You guys gotta go get it. We'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday. Fatality.